All right.
Jesse Smollett.
So, all right. So, welcome all, welcome none, but most importantly, welcome all, welcome none, but most importantly, please welcome to the Two Minorities and No Jokes podcast.
Yes, this is the first episode in podcast history that we will be doing a fully scripted episode of a podcast. It's going to be fully scripted for 2 hours long.
Yeah, we actually, the reason we didn't record last week was because we spent the whole week.
We had a whole writing crew.
Yeah, we had a whole writing crew composed of, in its entirety, of two people. And it's your host right here.
Yes, that's what's been going on. We've been, just trying to write better for ourselves instead of just improvising this whole podcast.
Can you imagine if someone actually did that shit? That's pathetic.
That's sad.
Like, you can have some topics.
Yeah,
I understand
that sounds so fake.
Dog, if you're out here, it's like we're not doing stand up. There's no crowd.
Yeah, we're not doing stand up, and we're not comedians. We're not doing any of that shit.
Everyone just heard me swallow real quick. All right, update real quick. Shout out to Julia. I was about to drop your last name. I don't know if you really want that, but Julia.
Yes.
You know who you are. Who else saw our recent two episodes?
I wanna say shout out to my friend Gustavo. He's been keeping up on it, and also Johnny. I want to give a shout out to Gustavo and his investing skills, and I want to give a shout out to Johnny and his YouTube channel. What's it called? Whiskey Blue 10.
It's Whiskey 10 Blue or Whiskey Blue 10?
Blue 10.
Yeah, if I subscribe to him.
Yeah.
Anything, bro, anything you want, we're here.
Dude, yeah.
Thanks a lot to all. You just named two people right now.
Yeah, dude, Johnny is up at 200 subscribers.
Yeah, I actually saw I saw a couple of his videos, to be honest. That's why I subbed to him too, and I liked his couple of videos.
Yeah.
But anyway, the thing is, thanks to all of you little three people that actually took the time. Well, not little. You're not little to us. You're big in our hearts.
Yeah, I like you guys.
Thank you for actually taking the time to watch our fucking shit, because we're out here, we have fun. We always talk no matter what, but we want to do this for a while. So thanks actually for taking the time out of your day to hear us two retards talk about whatever the fuck you think is entertaining.
That's crazy. I'm crazed.
It's listen. We only have three, like like Julia actually messaged me. She was like, "Oh, what's up?" Like, she's actually interested in the podcast, and just with one person, dude, it just baffles me. Like, it's actually insane that I can't imagine what it must be like to have tens and tens of millions. You must get used to it eventually.
Yeah.
But right now, it's an amazing feeling to have at least one person that actually cares about the things you do.
Yeah, and it's great to know them by name too. I mean, we're not that famous. I don't think we're even famous at all, but
we're not that famous.
We're not even famous.
We're still we're still on your guys' level. No worries.
We're just locally known.
Yeah.
But what do you want to start off with? Any topics you have in mind?
Well, actually, I wrote down a couple topics. We didn't record last week because I was in Cancun. I took a little 3-day vacation / medical trip, as I told my professors.
If they're watching.
Hey, if you're watching, let me know, man. I can drop you a shout out anytime you want in exchange for some decent grades.
Yep.
But yeah, whatever. And I told you this yesterday. I just want to jump in real quick. Something that happened to me 2 days ago.
Yeah.
When I got back here, right? You already know this whole story, so just hush and chuckle whenever you please. But so listen, I come back from Cancun to Miami, right? I fly to Fort Lauderdale because I'm broke like that. And I arrive and I get an Uber because my man Russell was at work, apparently.
I was at work.
He couldn't pick me up. That's what he says. I don't know if I believe it or not, but he couldn't pick me up, so I had to take an Uber home, right? It's like a 45-minute drive. It's like $30, whatever.
Wait, 45 from where?
Fort Lauderdale? Dude, yeah.
Why'd you go to Fort Lauderdale?
Because I'm broke, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Fort Lauderdale tickets are so much cheaper. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I fly JetBlue, whatever. But anyway, the point is, excuse me, I get back, and I'm just chilling. I'm in the Uber, right? The Uber calls me up. He's like, "Hey, Christian, I don't know if you ever flew to, I don't know how Miami is, but Fort Lauderdale, you have to walk to a certain area, and it's kind of far from where arrivals are internationally, but it takes you maybe like 10 minutes walking to get to that area, to where the Uber pickup is."
Really?
Yeah, and the thing is you have to get to it from outside.
That's what.
So fuck whoever imagined
smells like.
That's what Christian broke smells like. But so fuck whoever had that horrible idea.
Why is that Why is that like?
Because
Uber system.
Uber came out after the fucking airport was built. So
Well, that's stupid.
yeah. But anyway, the point is, he calls me and he's like, "Hey Christian, how many bags do you have?" And I'm like, "Oh, since I travel by myself right now, I only take my carry-on. So I had 2 carry-ons." And I was like, "Oh, we're good. It's just 2 little like backpacks, basically." It's like just I can throw them in the car. And he's like, "Oh, sweet. I'll just pick you up right in front of where you are right now," which is illegal, but it doesn't matter. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go in, he comes up, we pull up, he pulls up, and I open the door real quick. I throw my shirt in the back, and I sit down in the back, right? Because I was kind of tired. I slept 2 hours. I didn't want to, sit in the front and have a conversation with an Uber driver right now. And I sit down, and so I'm on the right side of the back part of the car, right? So his passenger seat.
You were not in the passenger seat.
No. I wasn't sitting next to him. I was in the back, but I was in the back like Rosa Parks. So. To his passenger seat was kind of pulled back, so like I could barely fit,
Yeah.
I'm not that big here, but I'm still tall. Like I'm 6 feet, like I'm 185, 184. Like I'm still decently sized. So I couldn't fit correctly. He was like, "Oh, do you want to sit in the front?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. It's in the front."
Oh, that's how they get you,
this
dude.
is where it started, dog.
That's how they get you.
So I sit in the front, and I'm like, whatever. I'll just have a decent conversation. Like I'll have 180 in. And we start driving. He's like, "Oh, where are you going?" Whatever. I'm like, "Oh, I'm home." Please puts it in. He's like, "Oh, we're going to Biscayne." I was like, "Yeah, Biscayne." I just doxed myself. Oops, whatever. Please don't come to my house. And we're going to Biscayne, and we're driving, and he starts talking to me. He ends up being Cuban, right? And we start talking, whatever. But as he's talking, listen, I said to you multiple times, since you kind of grew up here. Yeah. You're not very, like, just from seeing and from knowing you so long, I know you're not very physical in the sense of, like, friendship-wise.
Physical as
like, you can push people, you can hug people, but you're not
like
very...
Friends?
Yeah, you're not very, like, Latin love, like
yeah,
hug.
I don't do that kiss cheek
you're not.
thing.
Like, I do, because I was...
I
do with all my friends.
Things.
Yeah, we don't kiss each other's cheeks, but whatever. The point is
dap you up.
We do... Yeah, you dap people up, I hug people. That's kind of what, like, the difference of cultures right there. And he's talking to me, and he, like, brushes, like, anyone who watches this, if you're watching this on your phone, look at me right now. He brushes up on my leg, like, he talks to me, he's like, "Yeah, like this."
Yo, dude.
And I was like, the first time he did it, alarm bells ring, because whenever someone touches you, you're like, "Whoa."
Yeah, that's
but
I was like,
all right, whatever. He keeps talking, and he does it like 4 more times, and I was like, "Oh, this dude clearly is just like flailing. He's Cuban, they flail."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like 30, maybe early 30s, and we keep talking, and he starts asking some personal shit. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, how old are you?" And I go, "Oh, I'm 21." He's like, "What?" I've been having this
Why was he
reply.
freaking out?
Yeah, I've been having this reply so many times. They're like, "What?
21?
You look like you're 26, man." And I was like, "It's the beard." I always say it's the beard.
Complete opposite. I get, "What? You're 21?"
Like, "Oh, shit,
I thought you were 16.
17." Yeah. Well, it's the beard. Like, if I shave, I've been told that I'm 15. I have a baby face.
Yeah.
But the beard, whatever, helped me hide my shame. And he was like, "Oh, you're 21." I was like, "Yeah, I'm 21." I told him it's the beard. He's like, "Well, dude," and he goes,
"That's kind of sexy.
You look kind of older though. You look mature for your age, bro." He dropped that. He dropped that. He dropped that Leaving Neverland line on me. He goes,
"Kind of tasty."
He goes, "Wow, you look really mature for your age, though." And when he said that,
down there,
I was like, "What? Like, what did this dude just say? I look mature for my age."
What does that mean? 21? How's a 21-year-old supposed to look like?
Like you, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we're all different.
Yeah,
I can't look like you. I don't have squinted eyes.
Jesus Christ.
But the point is that he keeps talking to me, and I'm like, "Yeah, haha." And he's like, "Yeah, but you look mature. You sound well spoken. That's good. And I was like, "Yeah, thank you." And he starts talking. He's like, "Oh, do you have a girlfriend?" And I was like, "I don't have a girlfriend right now," but I was like, something told me to say yes. And I said yes. And we started talking about how dangerous like Mexico and certain countries are, and how people get robbed in Ubers, whatever. And eventually the conversation led to girlfriends and whatever. And he's like, "Oh, at your age, all you want to do is party and go out." And I was like, "Not really. I don't like go out that much in the U.S." And this is when it fucking racked up. All right. He said something along the lines of, "Yeah, I'm in my 30s, and people." He said like the list of fans. He said the list of fans in Spanish grew longer. And something really important about this story is that he's Cuban. And listen, no hate to Cubans out there, because we're in Miami and I actually get lynched. But I can't understand you motherfuckers. Like, you don't. As I said, most people speak like
Yeah,
generic
dude, you're
American
Spanish,
English,
dude.
but my Spanish is very different from a Puerto Rican Spanish.
Yeah, of course.
It really is.
No, I can hear it too. I'm not even Spanish.
But Cubans are known to have really like. I'm not from Cuba.
Mhm.
I wasn't raised here, so I have a hard time listening and understanding. So I'm kind of paying attention, kind of not paying attention. But when he said these words, trust me, I understood them. He goes, "Yeah, you know, my list of fans grew when I was 30." And he's like, and then he starts talking.
Wait,
he's like,
what did he say?
my list of fans grew when I was 30. He said basically that that when he was 21, all he wanted to do was have sex, and then when he got to 30, he doesn't care about sex that much, but he has more people to have sex with. That's literally what he was telling me.
It's a bit sus, but okay.
Yeah, dog. An Uber driver was telling me this, and and I'm looking at the timer, and there was like 30 minutes left in my drive, and I'm like, fuck my life. And then he says, you know, but I'm gay, by the way. And then he just keeps talking.
He said
and
that?
dog, listen,
Bro, dude.
if I had a soundboard here, I would play a record scratch noise because that's all I heard. I literally pulled my
God,
headphones out,
dude,
and I was like, oh, really? And yeah, and then he
That's like
said
blocking.
that, and he didn't go for the leg this time, dog. He went for my hand. Like he tried to touch my hand, and he touched my arm.
That's that roughing the passer,
Dude,
bro.
immediately.
That's that flag
not
on
it,
the
dude.
field, dude.
That's that. If there's ever a flag that's more than 15 yards, it should be that one.
Holy shit.
Because when he said that, listen, flag on the play, open court violation, everything, backcourt violation, open
backcourt for being sus, dude.
Bro, when he said that, it's not even sus. This man was straight trying to hit on me. And
like,
I'm
gay,
retarded.
like that.
When people hit on me, I'm stupid. Like, I don't understand. And unless you're really putting it out there, the only way I can understand if you're hitting me is physical contact.
And before we continue with this story, we just want to say that we're both heterosexuals.
Oh, we both are heterosexual. Yeah.
We have not.
Listen, this story doesn't end with me sucking him off. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, we're not.
if you were unbuttoning your pants, you put them back on. I'm sorry, but basically, yeah, he said that, and then he touched my hand, and immediately I shifted. I don't hate any gay people. I really don't care. But
in the Spanish culture, is that normal? Like just to like maybe like tap someone's hand a little bit.
100%.
Just a little tap.
Hands kind of no, but like you know, like Argentinians, bro, are super flaily because they're kind of Italian. Italians are also super flaily.
Yeah, very hand gesture.
You know me, I speak with my hands.
Yeah,
I do speak with my hands.
He was speaking with his hands,
and he was speaking
too.
with my hands. So I was like, whatever. Like my dad, you haven't seen him in a long time, but my dad will touch people who he doesn't know. He'll be like, "Oh, you touch you?" Well,
he touched people. Oh, okay.
Like he'll say a joke. He has some dad jokes.
Yeah.
Like he's basically me, but less offensive. So he'll say something and be like, "Oh," and the girl will laugh or whatever, and she'll be like, "Yeah, you know," and he'll like tap him on the shoulder.
It's like, "Hey, how about some sex later?"
Oh, please don't. I'm not trying to get into my parents' love life right now.
Oh my god.
But that's basically what he's like. Like it's just normal for Latin people, and especially for me, to have contact when you're speaking with someone.
Well, that's crazy.
But when he said
touched.
that, I immediately shifted my legs to the right. You know, like when girls get mad at you, when your girlfriend gets mad at you and you're in your passenger, and she's like, that's exactly what I was like. I was like, oh my fucking god, red alert, as pilots say, pull up, dude.
Red alert,
and I started texting,
I
texted a couple of my friends, and I was
God
like, oh my
help me.
god, there's a gay Uber driver, and he's actually hitting on me, and there's 30 minutes left in my drive. And then he kept asking me, and he was like, oh. And then the next question he asked was like, oh, so your girlfriend, does she live here?
God.
And I immediately was like, yeah, she lives right here, bro. And he was like, oh, you missed her, don't you?
It's like, how about I put on a wig and pretend?
Yeah, so no. Listen, I don't support racism. I don't support homophobia, but just don't touch me.
There has to be some sort of like Uber rule
100%.
Like for people touching you.
I know for a fact.
Making you uncomfortable.
Oh, there's also another thing that's important here. He started talking about how gay people are really
what? Why?
promiscuous.
What the fuck?
And before that, before any of the alarm bells started ringing, he was like leading up to it. He was like, it was like a roller coaster. He started saying like, yeah, you know, sometimes I just realize that you have to do what you want to do in the moment, you know. And then he starts talking about how gay people are promiscuous, and then he hit me with that gay bomb. I was like, oh shit, this dude's hitting on me. It's the last 25 minutes. I just thought he was like trying to be cool, and then all of a sudden my gaydar went off because it's my gaydar's broken, bro. I just have no gaydar,
bro. I don't want to sound like I don't want to be wrong or something and be mean, but dude, like gay men, dude, they're very aggressive, dude. Like they would hit on you. Well, that's what he said.
He admitted it to me. He was like, yeah, gay men are really promiscuous, and that's when we started talking about him being gay. And I was like, oh my god, like this dude's hitting me with so many hints of him being homosexual.
They're very like out there. They'll be like, you know, they'll touch you. They'll tell you, dude. They'll say, "What are you doing?"
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing.
As long
wrong.
as you're respectful. And the thing, listen, props to the dude. And the reason I didn't because listen, I didn't report him or anything because immediately I felt really uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't comfortable, but I shifted my weight. I kind of cut the conversation short, and I just looked at my phone for the rest of the trip, and he respected it. Like he was just quiet. So that's good.
I
Like
think
he basically just got rejected by me, which is okay. Like I've gotten rejected. Whatever. Like if we get rejected, it's okay. You don't have to sleep with me. There's no
Yeah.
problem. You don't have to sleep with me. Just leave it obvious that you don't want to.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And I
glad
think
you
I did
didn't-
that.
Good thing you didn't have. You didn't
I'm
have
glad
one
I
of
didn't
those
end up with
scary,
the
scary Uber stories.
oh my god, yeah. Thank God it was like
You
if it
know.
was Night Dog, I actually would have
Bro,
been freaked because he was like he's a big
or-
Cuban like buff dude. I was like,
Or you could have let him on and got a better story out of that. You know? No, don't
or
do
maybe
that.
I did suck him off. You know, maybe
Dude, who knows, dude?
maybe I'm bi-curious and y'all don't know.
Who knows, bro? Who really knows, dude? Yeah, bro. So you just got out of that? You just like left that Uber?
Yeah, and he
Did
started
it
asking
smell
me
nice?
like
Did his car smell nice? I'm serious.
it did. I mean, I don't know. Right? It was clean, I guess. It was like
So there's no differences
like
between
it was like
straight man
not
and
an
a gay man
SUV. It
car.
was just like a crossover, like
So there's
regular car.
there's not much of a difference between a straight man and a gay man car.
No, like
Huh.
if I'm pretty sure this dude was not the bottom. I'm pretty sure
He was like a bear kind of guy, like a bit, like you know, that's
Like,
what they call him.
A bear? I
I don't
think
know. Isn't
like,
that what they call
or
him?
don't they just
Like the big
classify them as
kinda-
bottom and top?
Ew, what?
You never heard this? Power
I don't
bottoms,
know,
bottom.
bro.
What, dude?
I don't watch
It's
enough
like
porn.
I don't watch gay porn either, but what I'm saying is that a lot of people, like when they classify themselves or when they classify other gay people, it's just sounding incredibly just
We're just this whole episode is
Listen,
dedicated
this is-
to homosexual.
like I said, we are not homophobic.
We're
I'm
not
so
gays or nothing,
underinformed,
yeah,
but we're gonna keep on it because I don't give a fuck.
dude, I don't
So,
care.
I'm saying that I'm pretty sure gay people a lot of times say that they're like the bottoms. Like the bottom's kind of like
does that
the
mean?
subservient,
Jesus Christ.
and then the top is kind of like the dominant alpha. You know, because
Okay,
always
yes.
their roles always no matter what. And
I
then
have no issue with that.
very
That's
rarely do you
fine.
get like two
whatever
alphas
you
in a
like.
relationship. You know.
Yeah, whatever you like. You know.
So he didn't look like the bottom. He looked like the alpha.
Oh Jesus,
So
Alpha, bro,
that's the
he
problem.
wanted your
That's
ass,
the problem,
dude.
dog. If
He
he was
saw
like
your
the,
ass.
he wasn't effeminate or anything. Like there was nothing telling me that he was gay until he said he was gay.
He didn't have that like, kind of like that gay lisp kind of
Absolute-
thing. You know, you heard that.
I have a
right?
lisp too, Russell.
No,
I'm
but
not gay.
no, I know. But have you heard that? You know that gay lisp.
He was like, oh my god. Oh, like the
Like-
Family Guy.
like-
What is this dude's name?
Yeah, the gay dude on
the gay
that.
pedophile
Yeah,
Family Guy.
Yeah.
No,
has that-
he
that
didn't sound like
lisps
that.
Like that. They kind of like slander their s's at the end. You know, like
no, not
like
like a
like a snake.
bro.
Yeah.
absolutely not. This dude had
Jesus
no
Christ.
no. This dude was hitting me with a surprise sneak attack, dude.
It's like, oh yeah,
Critical
I'm also
backstab, bro.
this.
Times 2 damage.
Why
I
did
was
he
not
even?
expecting
Why
it.
did he even bring that up? Anyways, I don't
Because
get
he was
that.
hitting on me, probably.
Yeah, he. Oh my god.
Like he was hitting
That's
on
why
me,
he drives
talking about if
Uber,
I had a
dude.
girlfriend and what. Like
He's trying to fuck, dude. Trying to get
he was
your ass.
asking me if I had a girlfriend. Like he called me mature, and then he was like, "Oh, do you live here?"
So where'd you live?
Yeah, he started asking.
Did he
like, was
drop
hitting
you
on me.
off at your house?
Yeah, dog.
Oh,
And he asked me, "Do you live here?" And I was like,
No.
kind of.
Oh
I
no.
was like, I'm on and off. Yeah, bye, and I just left.
Oh my god. He's gonna dox you, dude.
What if he sees this, dude? And that's it. It's the end of my life. Bro.
No, maybe. No, he wouldn't
gotta-
say.
we gotta
he wouldn't
move in
say. I
together,
mean, there's
dude.
nothing really to say about
We gotta
that.
move out of here real quick.
Yeah, no, no, seriously. No. But I mean, he can't really do anything. I mean, we're not mentioning names or like
That's what
talking
you
bad
think.
about. Oh yeah.
I don't. I'm joking. I
Drop his
completely give a
name
fuck.
right
Like I'll reject all the gay guys that try to hit on me. No fear in my mind.
oh,
As
for
women
sure.
should too. Like that's the thing.
Bro,
Women sometimes
yeah.
are scared. You
Yeah.
don't have to be. Just reject them.
Yeah,
No problem.
dude, like it's just like how it is in the world, you know, society. Just say no, you know. Just I'm not interested. I don't swing that way, you know.
Yeah, especially when it's like the opposite sex that you're not attracted to.
Yeah,
whoa,
dude.
whoa, that's
Yeah,
not,
bro.
Not the opposite sex that you're not attracted. Just the sex that you're not attracted to.
Yeah,
Just say no. Like you don't have
Yeah.
to be uncomfortable. And like I felt really bad. Not for me.
like rejecting him.
Not because I was rejecting him, but because like I have no problem. Like I had no I wasn't like embarrassed. I felt bad because it's gonna sound really like sad, but I thought about the women that are in these positions.
Yeah,
Like
no,
if this
I
dude
agree
came
with
on to
you.
me like physically,
Yeah.
I could 100% try to fight him off. Like there was like I'd scrap with him, no problem. But if it was me there and it was like a 5-foot girl,
Yeah,
120 pounds, that's so uncomfortable.
no,
Like
yeah,
I stayed there for
dude.
because I didn't want to just like cause a scene and ask for another Uber. And I'm not homophobic, like I said, I have no problem.
Yeah,
He was respectful. But imagine if you get a disrespectful man and a really small, shy woman.
Exactly,
That's
dude.
horrible.
They can manipulate and just control you at that point. I mean, I don't want to like it's a disgusting truth, but bro, like it's disgusting out there, you know? Like if a huge man is alone with a small girl,
That's
like
it, dog. GG.
like they can force themselves on them, dude. It's scary out there,
It's
you
real
know?
sad. I'm not gonna lie, it's real
Yeah,
sad.
I always think of it like women, you know, how they feel through that stuff, you know? It's really disgusting.
But yeah, anyway, let's start talking about rape and
Yeah, no,
gay people.
dude. Oh, I was gonna continue.
Oh, you were
on
gonna?
with
Hey,
that
man,
shit.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, I remember
Talk
this
about
one
rape.
time-
We're
No, I'm not gonna talk about
we
rape.
don't
but
condone.
I don't. Yeah, we don't condone any of this.
But
We're
we do
just
condone
talking
about
about
talking
it.
about it.
Yeah, we're just talking about it. You know,
Make for good topics.
basically like therapy. I remember this one.
Wait, what?
It's basically therapy, bro. Like, I mean, like if you really think about it. No, I'm kidding. But dude, like one time, I remember I was working at a grocery store. And one of the coworkers, like he was gay.
Okay.
I had no problem with him, but the thing was, man, I used to cashier, and he would stare at me the whole shift.
Did you ever tell him to like stop?
No, I don't know, dude. Like because he used to stand so far away, and I would never have like the opportunity to walk over there and tell him, "Look, can you stop?" Because I don't know, it's kind of rude. I mean, I don't know what he's intending to do. But this guy would not stop staring at me, and it got me so uncomfortable because, like, I knew he was staring at me. So at points, we'd make eye contact, and it was the most uncomfortable thing ever, man. Like, because like if we caught eyes, like I don't want him to think that I'm interested now, you know? Like I don't want him to be like, oh, like he kind of likes me too, you know? It's so uncomfortable, man.
I don't know, man. Because like I'm thinking about the opposite.
Yeah.
And we are very I'm not even gonna try to say our political orientation right now, but we're just not very like sympathetic to certain social justice warriors.
Yeah, no.
However, the thing here lies is that if I saw a girl that was like, oh, you know, I would always look at him and touch him and be kind to him, but then he thought I was hitting on him, I'd be like, well, listen, you didn't make it obvious. You didn't like. That doesn't mean it's the victim's fault. What it does mean, though, is that you're supposed to be very clear with your intentions.
Of course.
So in your case, it also applies to you.
I know. I honestly, like, at that moment, bro, I kind of felt like, you know, like I don't want to sound like, you know, sexist or something, but it kind of made me feel like, you know, a girl in that situation. And when guys would stare at them, like, if you're working at, like, a bar or something, you know, like a girl working at, like, I don't know, Twin Peaks or Hooters or something. It's kind of like that, you know, like they got eyes on you, and it's really uncomfortable.
It's even worse in those situations because they live off tips.
Yeah.
So they can't piss people off.
They can't. They have to say yes.
Yeah.
You know what's a random thing that I just thought of at Hooters? I always see those people that take photos with the Hooters girls, and it's like so cringy. It's so cringy.
Take pictures with Hooters girls?
Yeah, people always take pictures with the waitresses, and I'm like, dude, like it's just a random girl. Just let her, like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, dude. They just to have a picture with them. I'm like,
but are they friends or something, or just
no,
like
just like random people. It's like common, dude. Like back in the day, it was like very common. You can look it up. It's so uncomfortable, dude.
I was looking for we were talking yesterday.
Yeah.
And we wanted to bring a new segment into the show called
what the fuck going on in Miami?
What the fuck going on in Miami?
Bro, what the fuck going on in Miami, bro?
And do you have any stories about that? Because I just looked at I was on Instagram right now.
Oh, I mean the biggest story I can think of that what the fuck went on in Miami was the Conor McGregor thing.
Yeah,
it's probably the biggest thing, dude.
Well, we can get to that, but I just looked at some dude that apparently I don't even remember the headline, but it was something like a Florida man walked into. I love they start with a Florida man. A Florida man walked into his girlfriend having sex with his friend. Excuse me, and using his favorite like Dragon Ball Z blanket, and he bit the man's penis off. I don't know if this is true.
What the
Sometimes
fuck?
Sometimes they're just for the memes,
dude?
but
dude, I just literally looked up Miami news and I found out.
That's NBC6. Holy shit!
Yeah, dude, I just saw
human remains found during demolition of Miami house. That is fucking horrifying. Can you imagine if our shit just blew up all of a sudden?
Bro, that'd be crazy, dude.
But yeah, so what the fuck going on in Miami? Apparently, Conor McGregor, 2 days ago, was it?
Yeah, I'd say so. 2 days ago.
2 days ago. He, the fan story goes that a fan came up to Conor, requested a picture with him, and Conor grabbed the phone and smashed it. And now he's being sued.
Is that what
Correct.
really happened?
I have
Because
no
I've
idea.
heard stories that
I'm a headline poacher, dog. I don't.
Yeah,
sometimes
I
just
don't know.
look into
I
it.
saw some. I mean, I trust Instagram completely 100%. I believe everything that's been posted
Do
on
you?
Instagram.
That's really scary.
I no, obviously not. But I just saw a post that said like the fan was like videotaping his wife like breastfeeding in public.
That's so weird.
But I don't know. Is he married?
He is, yeah.
He is.
Yeah,
I know he's a kid.
He's been married with the same woman for a while now.
Really?
We have
never knew
visitors.
that.
My grandma's gonna walk in right now. I'm gonna have to go out and say hi, and we're gonna cut this from
it's
the podcast.
the nan. It's the nan.
Wait, is it? Are they actually here?
I don't know. I just heard the train whistle, but
Well, whatever. We're just gonna continue.
Yeah, but
Roll with the punch like Connor does.
yeah, dude. But that's
Oh, never mind.
What is that?
Here it is. Pasa.
It is grandma.
Well, I will cut this out so this never happened.
Okay,
All right,
perfect.
1, 2, 3, go. We are back in this
we're
bitch.
back.
First intermission in the history of this podcast.
Yes. Thank you to Christian's grandma.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
I
trying to
don't
move
mind.
out.
I like her. She's a very
Sounds
nice woman.
so
very,
weird.
very nice woman. What's wrong with that?
So
Me?
weird.
Very nice, gentle woman. You know. Okay, so yeah. So I want to tell you about what happened to me like this past weekend. Saturday, dude. I told you about that, dude. Okay, so my friend Gustavo and I I hear that fucking coffee.
Listen, we do bad audio on this
I
podcast.
hear
bro.
that fucking coffee.
Do you? I don't hear it on my headset.
I hear it, bro, off you.
What?
All right, that interrupted my damn story. All right, so like me and my friend Gustavo and I, dude, we went to, so we had a plan to go to the Kith Miami store. And
That's by downtown, right?
it's on Collins Avenue,
That
near
means
Lincoln
nothing to
Road.
me. There it is.
Lincoln
Okay.
Road. You
Downtown.
can say, yeah,
Brooklyn, right?
downtown. Yeah, near like the famous hotels and all that. The Ritz and all that. So we decided to go there, and we were gonna go resell some Kith clothing because we're broke and we're just trying to hustle. Just a little hustle.
No liquid assets whatsoever.
Yeah, no liquid assets. Shout out Gustavo again. Great option trader, I'd say. Makes a good profit. But so we went. So we're gonna go buy some Versace Kith collab. Some pieces from that just to resell online. Because there's only 3 Kith stores.
Even
in
though we dress
America.
horrible, we have good clothes. I promise.
Yeah, I know. We dress horrible and we have nice clothing, but we just never. We
I don't
it's
need
a
to dress up
choice.
for our fans.
Because, dude, that's how rich people stay rich,
Yeah, or broke people stay semi-broke.
Semi-broke. You can't give off the illusion. That's the moral of the story. But yeah, man, we went to the Kith store, dude. It was nice as usual. And we were just looking at some pieces, right? And then this older gentleman, I'd say maybe he's in his 40s. He was like looking around the store. And then Gustavo, the social butterfly he asked him, he was like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And it turns out to be he was like a very nice guy. He was like saying, "Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. I think you should get this. This is nice." Yeah,
No, I can't do the
style.
gay.
Yeah, like
the gay dude
Yeah,
voice.
he was a homosexual gentleman too. So just so you know, he was a homosexual, but he was a nice guy. I mean, like
homosexual.
he's a nice guy, dude. And this Foot Locker manager walked in, and he was like, "Y'all don't know who this is?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Once you find out, you're gonna want to know who this
That's
is."
such a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it's weird, and he said it right in front of him too.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
so
weird?
weird.
Yeah, what kind of like person would want that? And then he kept pressuring him to follow him on Instagram that whole time, and we were like, "Okay, like calm down."
Did you say who it is already?
You want me to say?
Oh, you're not gonna say? You
I'll
shouldn't
say.
say. I
No,
don't think
no.
you should say.
Okay. Well,
It's just a pretty
he
famous
knows
dude.
who he is.
He
Yeah,
works with famous
he's really
people.
famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's he's well known in the fashion world. I didn't know that. Dude, we thought it was a normal dude.
Yeah,
It was a normal guy,
It's just a normal dude that ended up being semi-famous.
Semi-famous. I mean, in the background of things, Like, I'll explain more. So we buy our things, and then we were like, oh, okay, let's see your Instagram, because this dude was hyping him up that whole time. And then we look at his Instagram, and it's he's about 50K followers. and then we scroll through it, and it turns out to be like a celebrity stylist, and he styled for P Diddy. He's Diddy's like Sean Combs stylist, and he also styled for Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z. He's a very known guy,
Cardi,
bro.
Cardi, yeah.
I don't think he fucks with Cardi. But bro, dude, he was famous, dude. And he was very homosexual. But he was a nice guy, man. He was a very genuine guy, bro. And we left the store, right? And he was hitting on my friend, bro. He wanted Gustavo, dude. He wanted me too a little bit. I don't know. He kept looking at me, dude.
I just realized you called him out. You didn't say his name, but you basically a quick Google search.
He was a good guy, though. Okay. I won't say his name.
Well, you already did indirectly.
You can probably
listen, everyone,
find.
go Google a P Diddy or Sean Combs stylist. Literally,
yeah, man.
2 words or 3 words, my bad, and you have the name.
Yeah, but he
not gonna say
dude,
it
he wanted to fuck a little bit, dude. He wanted to get in his asshole, dude.
Bro, you about to get hit with a libel law. We're about to get hit with a libel lawsuit.
Yeah, I hope not, dude. I'm not mentioning no names.
We can't give you anything, Mr. P Diddy stylist.
No, nothing.
We can give you the mics, maybe.
Yeah, dude, that's all we got.
That's all we have to our name.
Yeah, that's all we got. But bro, like
my joggers.
Like he was a nice guy, man. He kept inviting us out. He was like very like, oh, let's hang out, guys, you know. And I could have, but I had work. But dude, I could have met Diddy, bro. That should have been crazy. No, he lives in LA, but he follows me on Instagram.
Where's he from?
Who?
Is Diddy from LA?
I don't know, dude. Diddy? Let me look that up now.
Look it up, yeah.
Diddy, bro. Like,
I'm pretty sure he's from.
I think he's just like out in there, open. In my opinion, dude.
Where's he
That's
from?
the best I could. He's from Harlem, dude.
Yeah, from New York. Right?
I don't think he lives in Harlem though.
I sincerely.
I would
don't
never
think there's any
wanna live in
rapper that was
Harlem.
born and still lives in
He
Harlem.
resides in Los Angeles.
Resides in
there it is.
There
That's
it
where the stylist is from.
I don't know where I would love to live in LA.
Really?
Yeah.
Like not East LA. East LA is the ghetto.
I don't know. I've never been to LA.
I've been to LA
but
once.
just for the weather and like I feel like I was listening to a Joey Diaz. Oh, shit,
Sorry about that.
Listen. Oh, real quick. We never said this. Hopefully our video quality will be much better by next episode.
Yeah, we're upgrading the cameras to a Canon T5 Rebel T5.
Well, yeah, basically we have a Russell had a spared, yeah, as we do. Like we said, no liquid assets, so we got a shit ton of fucking property.
Yeah, spare $600
camera. He had a spare T5.
Yeah.
And we're gonna use that hopefully, but we have
so
the kinks to figure out. So maybe, hopefully, knock on plastic. We're gonna have that for next episode. But anyway, I forgot my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was saying
Los Angeles.
LA. I would love to live in LA more because of the weather. And I was listening to Joey Diaz's podcast. God, I'm so tired and sick. I feel like I have less energy than Jeb Bush.
Oh, poor Jeb.
Anyway,
poor man.
I would love to live in LA because of something that hit me, and they were talking about I forgot this dude's name. I did Joey Diaz's podcast. On amazing podcast, by the way. Anyone who sees this, please never click away from ours. But if you want to check his out on your other spare time, it's called The Church of What's Going On, of what's happening right now. Right?
Church of What's Happening Right Now.
Yeah, something like that.
Great podcast.
The Church of What's, and it'll show up.
Yeah, Joey Diaz.
And Joey Diaz is hilarious. But
I love him.
He had this other dude on, which I have no idea whose name. But
what does he sound like? What
do he look like? He looks like the dude from The Room.
Who the fuck is that? Someone exists like that?
Apart, at least.
I know, but there's someone out there that's like...
Dude, I swear to God. Look it up right now. Put YouTube, or like YouTube it, as I explain the clip. But YouTube real quick, it's called Normal is Overrated, or Stability is Overrated. And just put YouTube podcast for JDS. Stability is overrated, and mute it though, so it doesn't go through. But if anyone wants to watch along, it's just this really weird looking dude. But the point of what I'm saying is, his guest starts talking about how him and Joey moved to LA to chase their dreams, right? Mm-hmm. And he says that LA is just but look up look up on search. Okay. Top. Just put Joey Diaz, Stability is Overrated.
Joey Diaz.
Stability is overrated. Yeah, and you just see the guest. But the guest says that in LA there is just generations upon generations of people who have come to dream. Yeah, that's it right there. Mm-hmm. I just want you to see the guest. And he literally looks like the dude from The Room.
This dude looks crazy, bro.
Just Google right here. It's called Stability is Overrated. Did I get it right? Joey
Yeah.
Diaz hyphen stability is overrated,
looks
follow their
homeless,
dream.
dude.
But he's a really famous musician. I think he is.
If I had a name to him, I'd probably recognize him.
But
But, dude.
anyway, he says that LA is made upon generations of people who came to follow their dreams.
Dude,
And that's something beautiful.
somebody commented, it's Tommy Wiseau from the
Hey,
Room.
I got that. That's me, dude. I'm telling you. Exactly. It looks
Dude,
like
no
Tommy
one knows
Wiseau.
who this guy is. Everyone's like guessing who this guy is.
It doesn't say in the description.
It's everyone's literally guessing. It's like, is this Alice Cooper?
It can't be Alice.
knows.
But he speaks, dude. We're gonna have to see this off air because he speaks like Tommy too,
Oh, really?
bro.
Like crazy?
It's hilarious. No, actually, fuck it. Just put a little
Yeah,
bit
there
of
it
volume
is.
on it.
Rudy Sarzo.
Rudy Sarzo.
He's a bassist. Oh, he used to be a bassist for Quiet Riot and Ozzy Osbourne and the White Snakes.
Well, there it is.
Wow, that's
He
so
speaks
cool.
weird as fuck too. Like whenever you're here. But yeah, the thing about LA is that I don't love the weather because I've never been there, but I would love to like experience that California weather. And I would just love, I feel like, listen, I'm not a liberal or Democrat. I'm just not a hardcore Democrat or anything. But what I'm saying is that there's something liberating about being, I was talking to my brother who lives in California. Yeah, I'm just giving out all my personal information out here, aren't I? But
Now we know.
not everyone knows.
We got him, boys.
And he says that in California, you can do whatever you want, basically, to a certain extent, obviously.
Bro, Cali's
nobody
kind of
cares.
fun, dude.
And nobody cares. And I feel like there's something liberating about that. You can wear whatever you want. You can
Bro,
smoke pot on fucking air. You can do whatever you want, and just anybody, as long as it's not offensive. That's where we start having issues.
Yeah, you can't be
As long as you
offensive.
don't offend anyone, it's fine, and that feels just amazing. I would love to have that in my life.
I mean, dude. I mean, let me say this, dude. Like when I went to LA, I went to LA for I think 13-hour layover. It's a great, dude. I was like, fuck, 13 hours, but then I was like, oh shit, like it's LA though, you know. So it was like a trip, like a group trip that we went on. So it was a couple of my friends and I. Actually, we went to LA twice, but the first time it was like a 12-hour layover. We couldn't leave the airport because like our group didn't want us to leave the airport.
What?
So we stayed at LAX for like 12 hours, like dead, like eating burgers and just
That's like
sleeping.
the worst cock block I've ever heard in my life.
I know, it's LA too, dude. Venice Beach was like
I would
like
love to
10
go work
minutes
out
away.
at the Mecca or something like that.
Yeah, I actually saw the Mecca. Like, okay, so, dude, in that 13 hours, bro, we like the second time around, we got to go outside. So, like, we used that to advantage. It's either so we either had two options. It was either go to Venice Beach or go to In-N-Out Burger. And I was like,
What?
fuck it, let's go to Venice, dude. Venice Beach, bro. Like, it's fun. It's really fun.
What kind of fat ass would prefer to go
The
to
other
In-N-Out
the
Burger?
other half of the group.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they went to In-N-Out, dude.
That's very sad.
I know. That's all they did. And they walked around like a little bit of the street, but not even near Venice
They
Beach.
picked fast food over like
Yeah.
the beach.
Yeah, they thought it was gonna be better.
Was it?
No, I never
Well, you
had
wouldn't know,
it.
would you?
Yeah, I only know half of it, dude. You can ask the other half of the group; they probably loved it.
Gotta have one on as guests.
Yeah, maybe we'll bring some
How's
on.
In-N-Out? I
How
would love
just
to
to
take
say,
In-N-Out.
hey, how are you doing? How's In-N-Out? How's it?
Was it worth it?
I remember one of my ex girlfriends said it was okay. And I see a lot of people from Florida that go there, and they said it's okay.
Is it better than Shake Shack?
Shake
though?
Shack, I don't know. Shake Shack is kind of high, man. I mean, for a franchise chain, I think Shake Shack is like up there.
Shake Shack is amazing.
I think it's the best.
It really is.
I don't know any other place unless you want to count like kind of fancy food, like kind of that fancier kind of restaurant burger.
I'm a huge fan. Right there, off camera, dog. I just went to Popeyes. Oh, it's so fucking
I never had Popeyes in like a week.
in a week.
Yeah, I
That's
Uber
like-
Eats.
That's 7 days ago. Dude.
Yeah, I know.
I thought you were gonna say some crazy number. That's like
I know.
yesterday.
No, okay. Besides that week, I didn't have it for like since we had it.
Well, me
like,
too. Yeah,
2
yeah.
years ago.
Last time I had it was when my ex came to visit me,
Yeah.
and that's it. Okay, real quick, I want to tell you something. I was listening to
What are we
music,
talking
right?
about right now?
And so, God, I'm so fucking sick. I'm really dying out here.
Wait, are we still talking about LA or are we talking about
No, and I got
music
some other
right
thing.
now?
Remember? Real quick.
Okay.
Music. How'd you guess it was music? Oh, because I was listening to music. Yeah.
I don't know.
So, I was listening to music the other day, and I was in my car, bumping, and all of a sudden I heard a line that made me repeat it 5 times. Here it is.
That always happens to me. Like,
Lil
a really
Dicky.
gay line or
Lil
like a really
Dicky.
weird line.
Lil Dicky on the Antagonist album. Is it called?
Antagonist Part 1 or Part 2?
No, the album.
The
What is it called?
album?
What is the album called?
Professional Rapper.
Professional Rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. His EP.
I love it.
And in White Crime,
yeah, White
where
Crime.
if anyone doesn't heard, Lil Dicky is an amazing rapper, by the way.
Crime.
You may not think so after I say this, but in White Crime, he's basically a Jewish rapper. He was making 6 figures working for ESPN, editing videos, and actually not editing. I think he was in marketing.
Oh, Hashem.
And he was doing shit for like the NBA and stuff like that, and ESPN, and he was making 6 figures, and he decided he wanted to rap.
Wasn't he marketing? What he was writing at one point, right? Before he started rapping,
that would make sense.
He was writing for comedy shows. I remember.
That would make sense.
I forgot what comedy shows, but
and I was listening to White Crime. So in White Crime, all of his rap is basically funny, but it's not Weird Al Yankovic funny. It's kind of just like comical, like ha, that's cute, like it's a good line. And in White Crime, he's talking about like crime that he does, but it's not black crime, like severe crimes. It's white crime.
You don't die from it.
Yeah. It's not like felonies. It's like he'll take more napkins.
Not going on a full stop at a stop sign.
That's literally
literally what it was.
That's one of the lines. And in one of the lines he goes, "Back when I was 18, statutory raping this little hoe, even though we was dating." Listen.
Yeah.
So he's basically he said he smishes it between a couple of other things that he says, and that line.
I remember we talked about this 2 years ago when we went to Rare.
He's talking about raping a girl. Statutory raping. Like he's not raping. We did
talk about
this statutory
before.
Raping here.
Yeah.
That blew my fucking. I didn't remember that line, and when I heard it, I was like, "Wow, this dude admitted to statutory rape."
You know what's kind of weird? Another weird line from Lil Dicky.
What?
When he's talking, Professional Rapper, the song with Snoop Dogg. He says one line. He says, "I can talk about my morning, how I'm jacking off to Topanga or something," and he's like the 14-year-old Topanga, and I'm like, you're jacking off to a 14-year-old, like. He
says, "Wait, pull up the line." I'm actually. Yeah. I know it's one of the first lines he does, right?
It's kind of like
it's one of the first lines of the verse.
He's talking about like he can like make a rap out of anything, and then he talks about like jacking off to
when he wakes
Topanga.
Up. But what's Topanga?
You never watched?
No.
Fucking what?
I've never watched.
Do you know who Kelly Kapowski is?
I know the name, but I don't know what.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. How?
Who's Kelly Kapowski?
Okay. Topanga's from Boy Meets World.
I don't know what that is.
You've never seen Boy Meets World?
No.
Well, I've never watched a Disney Channel, so I can't really say.
But I'm a huge Disney fan. What year was that?
That wasn't on Disney. I don't think so.
Well, you just said it was Disney.
I know. No, I'm saying I'm not I never watched. Oh, it was on Disney.
What year?
The first episode started in September 24th, 1993. The final episode was May 5th. I was born in
97.
I know, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I watched that shit.
I was more of a Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, like Zach and Cody kid.
You know why I never watched Disney Channel? Why? Because I always thought the Disney Channel was a knockoff of Disney World. And I was, I was like, why the fuck should I watch this? And I just never wanted to watch it.
What do you mean knockoff Disney World?
I thought it was like a knockoff.
Oh, like you thought the channel
was like Disney
a copy
World.
Of the park?
I didn't know it was part of it. Dog, but I was 5 years old, dude. I don't know.
How did we never speak about this?
My fifth year out here. I don't know.
We were friends when we were 5. Why did we never speak about fucking Disney Channel?
I swear I brought it up. Okay, so he brought up the line right here. He says, let me find it. Yeah, but I never really watched Disney at all. I never found an enjoyable show.
Did you watch any Nickelodeon or anything?
I watched Nickelodeon. Yeah, I watched Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. I love that stuff, but I would never get. Okay, so right here, so he's like, well, I can tell a story about my morning watching Boy Meets World and jerking off to Topanga Lawrence, like the 14-year-old Topanga. It's kind of.
Oh, but let me see Topanga Lawrence. So it's.
But she was fine back then,
Ew,
dude.
Wait, what?
Topanga Lawrence?
Is that her right there?
Yeah. Okay, well, let me see. You serious? You don't think Topanga is?
I don't know who
hot?
she is. Oh, Kelly Kapowski's from fucking Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Oh, of course, dude. She's fine as fuck.
I think Kelly Kapowski.
But is that the same actress?
No.
Then why did you say Kelly Kapowski?
Because they're two fine women from
Kelly Kapowski,
from the 90s.
Dude, but Kelly Kapowski isn't 14 in her show.
I don't think so.
I know so. She's like 19.
Well, that's not her real name. Kelly
Of course
Kapowski.
not. I don't know what her name is, but Zach Morris is an actual name. Zach Morris, but Zach Morris and Kelly Kapowski in real life were not underage.
I think Kelly Kapowski. I think This is Kelly Kapowski back then.
Okay.
Like, what?
Bro, she's like 14.
Yeah, she's like 14.
That's not attractive to me.
Really? I think she's cute.
What the fuck? Oh, all right, here we go.
I think no, not like that. Not like that. She was like, dude, right when here, I was like 5.
40 minutes saying officer, he admits to being a pedophile.
When I was 5, she was fine. But like now I'm 18. No, I'm not even 18. I'm like, when I'm 22.
Officer, he's already lowering his age.
Fellas, cuff me, boys. There's nothing else I could say.
He's acting like he's underage.
There's nothing I could say to save me right now. I'm too far in.
He's too in for a penny, in for 20 years, dog.
Bro, no.
When I was 5, I had no sense of attraction to women. I like bloomed
At
really
5?
late.
You have no sense of attraction?
I just like lived my life until I was like 14, and then I started being like just like at 14, I was like, oh, you can date people. Like I realized at 14, I was like, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
dude, I started
late.
Early, man. I started like maybe like 6, 7.
We're smashing these 12-year-olds.
No, not like that. Ew, bro, that's weird. Smashing 12-year-olds. That sounds gross as hell.
It's one of
you
Russell's
saying
favorite
that right
hobbies.
now. Someone soundbite that. Smashing 12.
By episode 100, where that's gonna be on our soundboard.
Oh my god, no. But yeah, back then, dude, man, this was like the only like real Disney like show I'd watch. I'd watch only cartoons.
Boy Meets World.
Yeah, Boy Meets World or some. It's about this. It's based, dude. It's literally like Full House, kind of. So it's basically like that. I never watched
like,
Full House, anyways.
Phil from the Future? You know what show?
Never watched that.
You're just like you missed your. You're like Canales, bro.
No,
Canales,
you know
same
what?
thing.
But you know what I watched back then? Seinfeld.
Dude.
I watched Seinfeld. That's all I watched, dude. Cartoons and Seinfeld.
What cartoons did you watch?
Rugrats. Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold's my favorite.
I hated Rugrats.
I loved Rugrats.
And Hey Arnold.
And I love Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold's the best.
Fuck out of here, dude.
I roast people.
It's still
calling them Hey Arnold people.
SpongeBob is still the OG.
SpongeBob is the best. It's kind of really shitty right now, though. You see that new episodes? Those new episodes are awful.
No, I haven't. But from what my understanding is
Codename Kid Next Door, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Codename Kid Next Door.
That was a good one.
I never heard anyone say codename in front of it. They would just call it Kid Next Door.
Oh yeah.
That was a good show too.
You know, one of the episodes that like stuck out to me in Codename Kid Next Door, that one when they were making like apple crumb cake or something, and they were showing how they made it, and it was from scraping off like infection off like pink eye or something.
Oh my god!
And that was the grossest thing. I don't know why the fuck would that be plausible.
I remember there was like also an episode about the Fountain of Youth. Fountain of Youth, I think.
In the Codename Kid Next Door.
Yeah, it was some mythical shit, and it was like Fanta.
Fanta,
like some dumb shit, like some dumb kid shit that you're like, well, that makes sense. But cartoons were damn. It's really interesting. Like, I don't watch cartoons anymore, but like you can watch anime or something. But like,
I think the last cartoon that I actually followed was like BoJack Horseman, and that was like 2 years ago.
But do you consider that anime or cartoons?
It's like a cartoon.
You don't watch any anime whatsoever?
Anime. The last one I really watched was Attack on Titan or Parasite X.
I don't.
Or my favorite is Full Metal Alchemist, the original.
I never finished the original one, not Brotherhood.
Not Brotherhood. Brotherhood's trash, dude. What? It's too serious.
All right. I didn't finish.
Okay, I don't want
Brotherhood, but anyone and everyone on the internet will disagree.
Yeah,
with you.
I know that. But I want to say this, dude. Like the reason why is because what's that guy's name? His brother in the metal suit.
I have no fucking name.
Al or something.
That sounds like an American name. So
yeah, I know. So. I don't know, dude. I bet it's Al. But dude,
two letter name.
Yeah, it was Al. Alchemist, dude. I know, but the original, like, look, dude, his brother in the original it was a little boy voicing him.
Mm-hmm.
But in Brotherhood, it was a little girl. And I don't know, that kind of bothered me. I don't know if you noticed.
Were you watching the Japanese or the English?
English dub, sadly. But I don't know.
Do you like watching
Alphonse.
Japanese?
Yeah, Alphonse. What?
Do you like watching the Japanese subbed?
Japanese, like like
Do you
dialogue.
like watching anime subbed or dubbed?
I don't know. Dubbed. I'm gonna be honest
Dubbed.
with you. I'm gonna be one of those.
Listen,
weebs.
I'm one of those.
I'm
weird
Asian,
dudes, dude.
though.
Well, no, it would be. It's kind of funny though. It's kind of ironical, but like I enjoy Japanese subbed if I started off subbed. What happens to me a lot is I'll start watching an anime,
Really?
and then all of a sudden I'll be watching it on a ghetto website, and then all of a sudden I realize that
But
like
Crunchyroll's
Funimation.
like free.
No, but you can't. Not the dub version. Only
Oh,
subbed. Yeah.
okay.
So like on Netflix or like back in the day, back in like the old
yeah.
AOL days, like
Yeah.
you would have to like Google different sites like Foot Locker and stuff, and I would get to like a certain episode of Naruto, and you realize that Funimation hadn't gotten there yet,
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
I was like, what? That would just be an episode ruiner. I couldn't watch it anymore because I was like, fuck, I can't watch dubbed and then get the subbed and just continue with my. I cannot.
Oh,
I have to stop watching.
You know what? Actually, Parasite X, I watched. I watch subbed
I don't
with
know
the Japanese
what's it about?
voices. Parasite X.
Yeah.
It's about this this like alien, like oh my god, what was that? Okay, so
My
we're
shit
we're
rocked.
very unprofessional.
Listen,
We don't give a
the
fuck.
moment you turn this video on, you realize that we're not very professional, all right?
Yeah, but you know, it's how we start off. You know,
Episode 3, boys. Don't expect
Episode
nothing more.
3. Dude. It's episode 3. You know, it's our third.
It's my
It's our
third
third
episode
episode.
out
I
here.
hear.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's about this guy. It's about these aliens, right? I only watched like the first season. They're like alien spores that came from outer space. I think I explained this to you. And then they try to get a host body, right? So they attach to people, and then they make them into these aliens, and these aliens like can turn into knives and weapons and like cut people and kill people. Yeah, it's crazy. If you really watch, it's really good in my opinion. But then so the main character, like the spore tried to get him, but it got into his arm, and he woke up and he was like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" So he grabbed like a wire and tied his arm, and the alien could only stay in his arm. It didn't go to his brain. So
he tied a wire so tight on his arm.
so tight that it didn't let the alien go
But
through.
wouldn't the blood just like stop
Yeah.
circulating to his arm?
Yeah. So this is what happened. It was at night. So he thought it was a bad dream. So he woke up the next morning and his arm was talking like an alien. And he was like, "What happened to my arm?" He's like, "Oh, I ate it." It's like, "I am your arm now." So he's like walking around with an alien arm.
Does he eventually like let go of the tire or whatever?
I don't know, but all I remember is I finished off I just remember like his quest was to walk around and find these aliens and kill them, because his alien didn't like what they were doing, and he likes the humans. It was an interesting anime,
weird.
dude.
Have you ever
Like, I don't
watched
know what
Death
the
Note?
fuck that- No.
Listen, anyone who hasn't watched anime, I'm like the typical the white guy of anime.
You know what? I want to say this. I remember my ex-girlfriend hated when I brought up Death Note.
Why?
She thought it was such a shitty anime.
But you never watched it.
I never watched
Why
it.
would you bring it up?
I was like, I kind of want to start Death Note, and she was like, "No,
What?
no, that's a
What was
bad
she
anime."
recommending then?
Black Butler. I don't know if you heard of that.
I have. I think I saw a couple episodes.
And then she recommended Parasite X and Attack on Titan, which I finished season 1. I haven't started season 2.
Your ex-girlfriend?
My ex.
Dude, Attack on Titan.
Back in
How
the day.
old is that anime?
That one, dude, from like 2014 maybe.
Oh shit! I thought it
Man.
was like 2017. Damn, bro, we're getting old.
I know, dude. I remember everyone was talking about Attack on Titan for like, remember that? Like Game of Thrones level type of
Hey,
shit.
I never watched it.
It's a good anime.
I don't like the animation.
Oh, it's
style.
really good.
I don't like it.
I love it, dude.
I don't like it.
It's like based in like kind of German.
I'm not a big fan. Like, I'm a big fan of like dystopian, like Code Geass or Death Note type shit. But I like it because it looks realistic. Like, I can buy the fact that there's a Shinigami walking around with you, but I can't buy the fact that they're like giant things that are rolling around trying to destroy the city.
Yeah, I never watched Naruto,
Never.
and I've only watched.
You never watched the episodes when you were younger either?
No.
What the fuck?
Because I don't know, man. I just never gravitated towards that. I think I was simple-minded. I think I had a problem growing
You
up,
have a
dude.
problem.
Like, I was growing up, dude. I was like, dude, I fucking love Hey Arnold. And then I watched, like, anime. I'm like, dude, why is it so serious? And then I just, like, got turned off by it.
Oh my god, my mic stand is about to fall off.
Oh, shit.
This is it, fellas. This is when we stop recording. No, I'm joking.
No. Let's keep going. Let's keep the marathon going, dude.
All right, everyone, prepare your ears. Oh,
Or should we cut this part off?
I have no idea.
Oh my god, this is the first ever. Look how unprofessional we are. Damn, bro. Dude, that mic stand is really putting a dent in that table, dude.
Well, actually, this doesn't even make any sound, like real sound on the
I'm
mic.
not really hearing
Because I have a
anything.
shock mount. Listen, we're not professional, but we put the money in, all right? That's what matters.
You
all
know,
right, guys?
you guys were in the, like, you know, the journey with us. It's a whole journey, dude.
Give us a couple of years. We're going to be sounding like Joe Rogan.
We're going to be on episode 1000 using the same table and the same shit. And nothing's
so
changed.
sad. Please, people, start donating by episode 1000.
Please give us money.
Listen, if by episode 1000 we haven't made at least $1,000 on this podcast, we're quitting.
Dude,
I'm signing a blood contract right now.
1,000? Oh my god.
By episode 1000, if we haven't found a way, like I don't care about the money in the first place.
Yeah, I don't
there has
really-
to be
this is
some kind
fun.
of gauge, dog.
Yeah, no, it has to be. You know, dude, if we're at episode 1000, we don't have a studio or like a room for this. We're still here.
It's time to call it quits.
It's time to be like, you know what? I don't think people are watching.
I think we should. I think we should have If listen, this is the thing. If your episode count is higher than the amount of people that listen to the podcast, there might be a problem.
You ever think like, what if there's like podcasts out there that have 1,000 episodes and there's no one listening to it?
I don't think so.
That must be sad.
I don't think that exists. I really like. I've looked at shit and like.
Oh my
I feel
God,
like
dude, that's your
normally in
life.
this world, dedication equals success.
Yeah, no.
There has to be some people out there.
Has
That, like,
to be, dude. I mean, look at even like I'm not in a bad way, but look at my friend Johnny, dude. He kept putting up like videos up, and he's up to 200. At least people are watching it, you know. I mean, he's just another. I mean, I don't want to sound rude, but he's just like a gamer, you know. But you know, people watch it because he's consistent, you know.
I think the thing with podcasts is I don't know. I'm not a big fan of podcasts.
I'm a
which
big
is
fan
ironic.
of podcasts.
I'm more of like the only podcast that I really listen to is PKA, and those
Painkiller
are
already.
Painkiller already.
Yeah.
4-hour long podcasts, and I will finish all of them on a
Jesus
weekly
Christ.
basis.
That's what, you know what? I'm starting to realize I would want longer podcasts because
What, us making them?
I mean no, just listening to them because I listen to like 3 main ones, maybe a fourth,
Used
maybe
to the Fighter and the Kid.
I listened to the Fighter and the Kid, Theo Von's this past weekend, and I also listened to King and the Sting, which is like Theo Von and Brendan Schaub. Yeah, it's new. And occasionally I'll turn on Tiger Belly, like that's Bobby Lee and Kyle
I
Idols.
hate that. Podcast.
I like that podcast.
I don't find that man funny at all.
I don't know. I think it's because I'm Asian and he's Asian
Probably
too.
is.
It's funny. He's a funny guy, I
Probably
think.
is. But he's
And
from
I used
China?
to, you know, I think I don't know. I don't
He
want to
looks-
sound
he
racist,
looks
but
like I'm not even
I
gonna say
heard
it. You can say
Korean-
whatever you want.
I heard him throw Korean out there a
There's
couple
no way
times.
he's Korean.
I don't think so.
He does not look Korean.
Nah, I don't know, dude. These Asians
But
kind of look
Christian,
the
how are
same.
Koreans supposed to look not like him? All right,
Like-
that's the answer.
I think in your mind you're thinking like a K-pop kind of guy, like those like slender.
Oh, you
like,
got my ass. You're right.
slender. Yeah.
Like if I think of Chinese people,
But, dude,
I
think
think
of,
of
like,
like
the
you
North
and your
Koreans.
father.
Oh my
And then if I'm
god.
incredibly racist, but I got an Asian in the room, so I got the pass. And if I think of like
Shank
Japanese
pass.
people, I think of my other Japanese friend, and I think of like tighter eyes, like smaller eyes, and more like long.
For Japanese, really?
I think of, like,
big
tighter eyes.
Bigger eyes.
Well, those are double eyelids, but people that I know don't have double eyelids, and so they have like longer straight hair normally,
Yeah.
maybe. And you know they're more but no, I'm joking.
Oh my god. Dishonorable.
But
More dishonorable.
But they're more like long straight haired, and they have, I think, on a general level, have like stronger
Wait,
jawlines than Chinese people. don't they?
Japanese?
Yeah, don't they?
I think no, I think the Koreans have the stronger jaw.
Well, I haven't gone there yet. Listen, I can go all day on
no,
Asian
but
people.
you know Japanese have like curly hair. You know that, right? A lot of Japanese
I
people
know
have
no
curly hair.
Japanese
They have a lot of
icons.
curly hair.
I don't know any Japanese icons in the first place.
Me neither. They all kind of have the same kind of name.
I
don't wanna
I
sound
think the only
racist.
like Asian popular dude that I know is Bobby Lee and Jackie Chan.
Asians? What
Well,
about
Jackie
what about
Chan is
Jet Li?
Asian.
Or what about
Oh.
Bruce Lee? What about
This is the problem with having a podcast. Sometimes we sound really retarded.
I don't know.
I
if-
just completely blanked out about all those people.
But if you and then you can think about the musicians too. I don't know if you want
Like
to count like Rich Brian, Joji.
Musicians.
You forgot them?
Mean
Like
rappers?
BTS. They got G
I don't
Dragon.
like BT. Oh, all right.
I like
This is it.
G-Dragon.
This is when our podcast gets flamed. I don't like BTS.
I'm not too big of a fan
This is
either.
when we start receiving death threats in the mail.
I'm a huge fan of Big Bang, like G Dragon.
You mean Big
Love
Bang
it.
Theory?
No, not Big. Ew, dude, that's gay. No, I'm
What are you
kidding. I'm
talking
kidding.
about?
That's not what I mean.
What I mean?
Big Bang.
What is this? I don't know.
It's like a music group
Are they
created
Asian?
by they're
That's
Korean.
K-pop?
South. Yeah, that's not really one of the only K-pop like groups I would listen to because G Dragon is like a genius in my opinion. Dude, he's really good.
I just don't like K-pop at all.
Dude, the thing
No. I like sometimes Korean rap.
If
Like
you-
when they start.
Oh yeah.
Like if we get into like hardcore Florida rap, there's been some mixture of what is the motherfucker Kinsol? I think
Who?
Kinsol is
Who's
Asian,
that?
isn't he? Kinsol?
Who's that?
It's on the
Kid
Ichima
Boo?
remix. He's on there.
Who the fuck is that? Keith Ape?
Ichima, the song.
Keith Ape?
Is it? No, there's also a dude called Kinsol. I'm positive.
Damn, I don't know, dude.
But Keith Ape, I was probably referring to Keith Ape. But yeah, Keith Ape, people like that. I like when they mix a bunch of like languages and stuff. I'm a real
I kinda
hardcore
like
fan.
that.
You know
yeah,
that.
I
But
kind of like that.
if anyone wants to listen to like a cool like song that mixes Spanish and English rap, you can listen to like El Chapo remix with
Yeah, I like
the
that one.
Game, and you can also listen to
I like that Joey Badass.
Front and
Joey
Center by
Badass
Joey
one.
Badass.
It's not really like full Spanish, but he drops like Spanglish.
No, but the way like he'll be rapping goes, "That's my niña, señorita, mi no, that's mi
Horóscopo.
señorita, mi niña, yo necesita."
Yeah.
The way he says
like
it, like
that.
he said it in an English accent
I like
that
that.
translates to a rhyme.
Yeah.
Mira, you muy bonita. I need to see
It's
her. I
clever.
need to see it. Like
It's
the way
very
he
clever.
raps
Yeah.
is really what is that? That arroz con pollo.
Yeah, Arroz con pollo. Yeah, bro. I want to say one thing though. The thing about K-pop, man, like once you learn about the industry and what goes on behind K-pop, man, it kind of ruins it for you a little bit.
Why are they like sex trading out there? Something like that?
No. It's I don't know. Maybe, dude. Who knows, dude? There's a sex ring going on in Las Vegas, a child and all that shit. But anyways, back to the K-pop thing.
Skip
man.
over that real quick. No problem.
You could. I mean, I don't know, dude.
No, I mean
you gotta
just skip
save
over.
those kids, man. Like no one's talking about Las Vegas
Let's
and
talk
their
something
sex
about
ring.
more important.
Okay.
You said
The
that one
K-pop.
of your friends
Oh, okay.
talked about our podcast.
Which one?
That he said that we need to put our volume up. Is that what he
Yeah,
said?
I think Gustavo said that. Yeah. But yeah.
Gustavo said that?
Yeah, Gustavo. You'll
That-
meet him one
That
day.
he told him to put his ears up?
Yeah, turn
That was your-
turn his ears up, bro. Okay.
Listen, all of you
No,
people
man.
look
He's
at
a-
the
he's a
finished
nice guy.
project. You guys like
He's a good guy.
Russell only comes here to record, dog. After this, we have to put all our shit away.
Yeah.
I have to put in the computer. I have to put the audio in Audition. I have to sync the audio.
I would offer to help.
But you have no idea how to. That's the thing.
Yeah, and it's not like I can't be. Is there a way that I can help?
There isn't, unless
that's
you
the
like
thing.
have a computer or you come and
Yeah.
help me here and I like go somewhere else. But I mean, at this point, I like the process of me doing it because I know I can do it. I know I'm trying to do a decent job at
Mhm.
least, and like
And I'm building my PC, so hopefully I can like help somewhat.
yeah. So it's a bitch. Like I have to put so like in case anyone ever wants to know how to just do a podcast, well, in case one of our 3 loyal listeners wants to listen, you have this bitch, and then we have our 2 mics. These 2 mics record on separate audio channels. So when I get the SD card, I have to put it in an SD reader, plug it into my computer, sync the audio and video up, right? I then have to open up Audition, and I have to go left channel, right channel, which basically only means like left and right ear-wise. I then have to make Russell's sound. I have to make Russell's audio sound the same level as mine, which is in and of itself a difficult task, because throughout 4 hours you kind of move, you kind of like, you cough, whatever, you peek, you scream, you laugh, you get really close to the mic like a dumbass,
Exactly.
as so do I. And so you have to make sure that's okay. Then you have to like equalize it. Then I have to make it mono, so I have to mix both tracks. Then I have to get the audio correct once again, and then I have to put it in. It's a whole bitch to record and edit these videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like when Gustavo's out
Sometimes
here
I
saying
feel
like,
bad.
"Dog, listen, You should
Yeah.
put the audio up. Be like, all right, man. I mean, I probably will next time too.
Yeah,
I'll
of
just
course.
make sure.
We'll obviously take any kind of criticism.
I'm complete.
You know?
Yeah, if you guys have any
And
recommendation,
Gustavo,
I'll do it.
yeah, you're a great guy, Gustavo. You're not like
I'm not railing on you. I'm just making a point that like it is difficult. Like I posted the clip of me saying that X is the next Tupac. I got laughed out of a Reddit sub chat,
oh
but
my god, why'd you do that? Oh, you know.
but yeah. And anyway, the point is that I posted it to a XXXTentacion chat, and one of the dudes is like, "Damn, you guys sound really professional."
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. I don't know who you are. You probably aren't even gonna ever listen to this, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Hope he's not like dead or something.
X.
No, I mean like the guy that made that comment, man.
Well, I don't. They're probably they're probably 14 years old or something.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I don't know, bro. People die easy, dude. It's crazy.
But what if his mom is like anti-vax or something?
Yeah.
I want to talk about that right now. Actually,
I want to say
you
this
motherfuckers-
before you say that, Lou. I never mind. I completely forgot. Continue. Wasted 2
I'll
seconds.
hold on the torch,
of my
no
life.
problem. Listen, I might burn. I hope this doesn't burn a bridge, and if
Oh,
it does,
I want to say. I was gonna say, dude. I notice like every time we shoot an episode, which is like the third time right now, we get really close of catching a case, bro. We say some really like almost fucked up shit, dude.
Oh my god, I
Yeah,
have no
dude.
problem with saying it though.
Yeah.
I feel like we just gotta get a bit more comfortable. Like
Yeah,
PKA,
yeah.
dude, they'll be talking like Kyle.
Yeah.
At PS Kyle, bro, this dude's like dead ass about to go to. Oh my god, my mic's about to fall again.
Again.
Jesus Christ. So, I think I know what it is. Hold on, I'm just gonna get closer to the left.
Just hold the mic. Just hold the mic with your hand.
I'm gonna hold the mic. You know, I saw an episode, a podcast with Linus Tech Tips,
Mm-hmm.
and all right, you're gonna have to speak while I do this.
Okay, so
I'm gonna give it over to Russell real quick. You're gonna have the Russell show.
really quickly. I was talking about K-pop. Yeah, what I was saying is like if you knew the background of things in K-pop, it kind of ruins it a little bit because you start realizing it's all fake. Like these people are training since they were like maybe 12, and these companies build them and they produce music for them, and they're just the face, they're the voice and the face, and they're trained. They're trained to be dancers. Some trained to be singers. Some trained to be rappers. And BTS is like that. And the reason why I like Big Bang a lot is G-Dragon claims to write all his music and produce all his music. I mean, it does sound like different than most K-pop stuff, though. If you listen to it, it's more melodic, not that same kind of beat, you know. That's why I like it. That's why I prefer it, you know. But that's the thing about like K-pop, man. Like the background stuff kind of ruins it, and that's where I've noticed a lot of American music is going to too. Okay, I gave my 2 cents about K-pop
About K-pop. All right.
and regular music.
What were you saying about catching the case? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we get real.
I was
real
saying
close.
that FPS Kyle was about to go to prison for like a couple months, probably, or a month.
Yeah,
He's doing some time most likely, and dude, he'll on a weekly basis talk about raping children as a joke and stuff like that.
Jesus,
and
we're not that
listen,
comfortable yet.
But I love that. Like I love the fact that he can say whatever the fuck he
Dude,
wants.
that's amazing.
Raping children.
I mean,
yeah.
no, not raping children. God, there we go again.
I got him, boys. I got him.
Cuff me, boys. Just saying that shit, dude. Just getting real comfortable.
I don't like the fact that we can't say shit. Like
Yeah.
we're at a point in our lives where a lot of people will start making like start raping the children, and we're at a point in our lives where like, you know, here's the thing, like Julia might not like this, you know.
If you're still listening,
Julia no,
at
she
this
probably
point.
will listen to it because I think she actually listened to both our episodes in its entirety
Cool.
and watched
That's
the video
awesome.
version too. Thank you, Julia.
Wow.
So we won't rape
You
you.
have a lot
but-
of free time.
And
You have a lot of free time, Julia.
yeah, what are you doing watching this, Julia? But what I'm saying is,
go get a degree. You know,
she might not like the raping children segment of our podcast, but maybe
there's gonna be a raping children.
But maybe
segment.
after the what the fuck's going on in Florida, we're now gonna make
like,
a
here-
raping children podcast.
Here comes the raping children podcast.
It's gonna be called Two Minorities and One Child.
And one child, one tied up child.
Oh my God! See, that's the thing. Like, we should be able to say these things because if any of you watching this thinks I'm being serious, you have
Yeah,
a mental problem.
Yeah,
You
dude.
dead ass too. Like we're laughing right now. We're comfortable in our home or in my home.
We're not looking at you like evil, you know, with an evil stare and be like we're raping, you know. We're not doing that. We're not. Or are we? Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's a dangerous world out there. I might be dead behind this face, dude.
You don't know. Listen, this is my home. You don't know
bro.
what Russell's house is looking like, all right?
Yeah, you don't even know. I might be living in my car, dude. You don't know that.
There might be a dog locked in a hot car right now.
Yeah, there might be, and a baby.
Yeah,
next to a pit bull,
right next to a fully loaded Glock.
A fully loaded Glock and a pit bull holding the Glock.
The pit bull's holding. But anyway, getting off this dumbass segment, I'm saying is we should be able to say what we want to say. Like we did this podcast, we started it because we wanted to be able to express our feelings in a public manner, right? That's what we started for.
Oh,
basically.
that's your intent, dude.
Yeah.
I just wanted to vent.
Oh, you want to vent? All right. Well,
No,
we're gonna have to dissolve this podcast now.
I just wanted to talk about social issues, bro, and anxiety.
Listen, what we're really trying to do, the ending of this podcast, the whole mission is we're trying to bring clean water to Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, bring clean water and stop using those damn straws, bro. You gotta stop.
That's the whole point. Like, we could give a fuck about most things that are happening in the world.
But we really want to bring that water.
We're not trying to get. Like, I understand that anyone who ever watches my videos or watches this podcast or hears this podcast is probably not a day over 27.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with that.
And that's really sad.
No, I'm okay with that. I don't think I want a 45-year-old listening to us talk about raping children.
Yeah, dude. No.
But what I'm saying is, like, you guys should understand that we're joking and we really don't give a fuck. Like, you should be able to make jokes and you should be able to talk about whatever you want as long as you're clearly not, like, breaking the law. Like, we're not breaking the law. We're not inciting any violence.
We're not doing that. We're not telling you guys what to do.
Yeah, and especially right now, we're not even making any profit off this. So YouTube can demonetize this shit. And I couldn't give a fuck because I'm not making any money. Yep. So yeah, off the raping children segment. What else we got, bro?
What other segments
you got any topic ideas?
Let's have a topic idea. Well, whoever wants to suggest, really. But let's have one. How about we do one called racial topics?
Racial? That's a horrible name. I'm the name maker in this LLC
I came up with the what the fuck going on in my
Russell
head.
has a lot of good ideas, but he doesn't know how the nomenclature. Like, he doesn't know how to name this shit.
I'm very blunt with it. I'll just tell you what it is. You know, I'm not a title maker. I won't copyright shit, dude. If I make a product, dude, the product name is just gonna be what it is, dude. Straw. Dude, I'm gonna say that plastic too.
Dude, this man is like the discount Off-White version of Virgil.
Yeah,
he just names things what they are. Shoelace?
Shoelace. It's just laces with shoes, dude. I don't give a fuck, bro. As long as they work, get me there. As long as it gets me there from point A to point B without no problems, I'm fine with that, dude.
It's like Peyton Manning, dude. As long as it gets there.
As long as it gets there, dude. As long as the football gets there.
Back on this. Apparently, the Cleveland Browns are gonna be contenders next season.
I don't think so. They're gonna probably get knocked down the first round.
I don't think so.
I even texted my friend
they can
Darren.
Probably make it.
I texted Darren. I was like, they're not even gonna make playoffs.
Dog, they have a good team, dude. And I think the NFL is not like the NBA. The NFL
is going crazy right now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the NBA is more like if you have good players, doesn't mean you're gonna play well.
In the NBA,
the Lakers.
Are you sure about that? Really?
Well, you can play well, but it doesn't mean you're gonna do well, like ranking wise. Dog, the Lakers.
Who else does the Lakers have?
I'm sorry. Who do the Lakers have?
Except LeBron James. Kyle Kuzma, maybe.
They have the ball. Dude, 2 years ago, all you did was talk about how Lonzo was gonna make the Lakers great again.
Injury prone, dude. He's like out. He literally played like 5 games for us, and he dipped.
Listen, nobody thought that the Lakers were gonna do as poorly as they did this year.
That's I honestly thought that.
No fucking way.
I thought they were gonna make 8th seed, make playoffs. That's the lowest I'd go. The best I'd go.
Though my point is that you can have good players, doesn't mean you're gonna do very well.
You think so, man?
I'm positive. Look at the Heat in 2012.
I know, but but you guys made it to the finals.
Yeah, but then we got smacked by a dumbass like
Mavericks team.
by an old ass Jason Terry.
Oh,
what, dude? Dirk? Jason Terry was like 40. Dirk was
34.
But Jason Terry was old as fuck. Berea was like just starting his career.
Jason Kidd was there.
Yeah,
Jason Kidd was good.
Jason Kidd is old as hell.
Yeah, but he's good.
The point is, if do you really think that Miami should have lost that finals?
Okay,
they shouldn't have.
Okay, but what about the Patriots last season? and against the Rams. The Rams had crazy defense and a crazy offense. They literally had Jared Goff was a great quarterback, Brandon Cooks, top 10 receiver, and like a
What
crazy
was the score in that game?
13-3.
That's
We destroyed them, dude.
Well, what I'm saying is, that starts bringing up more things like Brady is very calm. He's not.
Yeah, he's been there.
That's a veteran team.
Yeah.
So like you get that does make like a lot, especially in the NFL. What I'm saying is that in the NFL, I feel like if you have really good players, you can make it very far.
You
just
can?
You can
Really?
just stop your
Think
time.
so?
Bro, they have Juice. They have fucking
OBJ now.
That's
crazy. And they
and
signed Kareem Hunt.
They have the best white dancing quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield has swag, dude. He has
Baker
that swag.
can dance, bro.
Yeah, I'll say that, dude. Like, he's a nice guy. Like, I like him a lot. And they also have Kareem Hunt, dude. The guy that got banned. You remember that guy? That kicked that woman in the face.
Oh my
she
god!
was down.
Is that the running back?
Yeah, like he Ray Rice. He basically Ray Rice the woman.
Yeah, he roundhouse kicked
And
her face.
Yeah, and he's still he didn't roundhouse kick her. He stomped her while she was down.
No, he fucking
Who did
ran up
that,
to her
dude?
and kicked her in the face,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
she fell
Oh,
down
yeah,
and then he
yeah,
stomped her.
okay. Oh yeah, then he stomped her.
Yeah.
Dude, but he's back, and isn't that kind of weird? Because like, why did Ray Rice get kind of banned from the league?
Was he just flat out banned?
I mean, no one signed him afterwards.
I mean,
It's kind of
Adrian
weird.
Peterson beat his son publicly, basically, and he still got back. I mean, I feel like
What's the law against that, dude? Like, what's enough? Like, why was Ray Rice kind of like?
well, I think the league, the commission does like a investigation, and then depending on the severity of the legal punishment, like justice wise, then they establish their punishment league wise.
Oh man.
But you do see a lot of dumb, you do see a lot of politically motivated things. Like, why is it that, oh my God, I can't believe I'm advocating for women beating, but like, why is it that sometimes, like, I don't know, like the league still doesn't allow pot, right? So why is it that Ricky was a while back, but like,
Ricky
why
Williams.
is it right now? Well, what was that dude's name?
Josh Gordon.
No, from Miami. Was it Josh Gordon?
No, Josh Gordon's for Patriots.
There was a Miami, I forgot the dude's name. He was a receiver, and he was gonna go like number 4 or some shit like that.
Oh, you talk? No, he
And
wasn't a
he got-
receiver.
he-
No,
I don't remember
it was
what he was.
Tunsil.
And he got caught with a video of him like smoking. A
I-
reporter leaked the video of him
I think
smoking
he
weed
was
with
like.
a gas
I think he
mask.
was a linebacker.
It was like there was a video. He was gonna still go really high in the draft, and a reporter that hates him posted a video of him smoking.
It was literally
weed with a
like
gas
an hour
mask or something
before.
like that.
An hour
he,
before the
leaked it
draft.
An hour before the draft, and he fell on the fucking.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
so-
crazy.
That's ridiculous. Like, why is it that someone will get punished so severely for smoking weed when it's illegal in a lot of states now, but the league doesn't accept it?
You know, Baker had I think it was Baker. He had like a dispute. He had like I think it was Johnny Manziel. No, I think it was Johnny Manziel. He
Johnny's
hit
a
his
cokehead,
girlfriend.
though. Oh.
Yeah, but like I don't know if he like dropped. He was like 27th in the pick, like in the first round.
No. It's just because he was known to be a fucking
Yeah,
like, crazy
he
dude.
hit his girlfriend and he was crazy. He was like literally a
He
druggie. Like
Johnny Manziel was a perfect example of why drugs can ruin a man's life.
yeah, man.
And
poor guy.
what I'm saying is that
not poor guy.
what I'm saying is that this dude right here, like he lost more money wise also for smoking weed. First of all, if you ever smoke weed and you're going to be a professional sports player, please don't get filmed. Come on.
Get off the weed.
Get off the gram.
You remember that? You remember when
No,
fucking
who's that?
Stephen A. Smith? He's like, get off the weed.
I
He's
never
always
heard
like
that.
that. That's like a meme, dude. It's hilarious.
But this dude got punished more severely than fucking running backs that slap the shit out of their women. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
just find
true.
that ridiculous. How is it that smoking a plant is worse than fucking smacking your girl across her
I know,
face and
right?
dragging her with...
I know. That's kind of like.
Wait, but didn't Ray
weird.
Rice...
Ray
Oh,
Rice
no,
hit her
I'm
in the
thinking of
elevator?
I'm thinking of Famous Dex. Was it...
Famous Dex.
Who's,
He also
what's the
beat
dude
up
that
women, dude.
dragged the girl by her hair?
That's Ray Rice.
No, Ray Rice went way overboard. Dude.
He beat her in the elevator. He dragged her from in the
Ray
elevator.
Rice, yeah.
Yeah.
Famous Dex also, the
Was like,
rapper, bro.
Give
he
that
hit her with that
300
wombo
combo, dude.
Yeah.
That 300. Oh man, goddamn,
Bro,
dude.
Famous Dex beat the shit out of his girl. Like,
And with that 300 combo, bro, those
These are
fast, quick punches,
bro.
dude.
Yeah.
That was awful, man. That
Women,
was
why are
fun.
you with men that beat you? Like, I understand that psychological abuse, but there has to be some telltale signs.
Do you
that
think it
your
was the
man-
first time?
Probably
Did he-
not. Dude, if
Damn.
if your man has if like you have the balls to beat your girl in public, it's probably not the first time.
Do you think it's like Stockholm syndrome?
Oh, 100% it is.
It has to be, and
Well, it's
then
part of it.
and you kind of know that this guy's kind of famous. You're getting like money and shit from him.
Well, maybe, but I'm talking about the normal like run of the mill girl.
oh right, I
Like
don't
a lot
know
of times,
many.
girls will be like, "Oh, he beats me, but he also buys me Louis
Jesus
bags."
Christ, dude! I can't imagine a woman saying that.
I can't
man. It's so
imagine.
sad.
But there probably
I'll
are
be-
girls
and
around
then
there.
she has like tears behind her face, dude.
Yeah, but she tries them with a Louis bag, dude.
Yeah, I can't
Louis
lie,
wallet.
dude. Beat me up, dude.
Beat me for that Gucci
Just
that,
give me,
that tote
give me
bag.
give me those slides.
But that's what I'm saying. Like maybe if he's famous, people I kind of like understand. I'm not saying that you should get beat for money, but
no, dude.
I am saying that I understand it more if he's famous because he can give you some clout. Like he can give you like Harvey.
Start
like,
up your career.
if we go like
basically.
sexualized, like we understand like Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Yeah, like we can understand why people did it. It's a position of power,
to make it.
and a
Yeah,
rapper has a
and
position of power.
I
economically
remember
speaking.
one of my friends. I won't mention her name, but like she was like really cool with me. She told me that one of her friends is a porn star, and I forgot the name of this guy. It's like this big name in the industry. You'd have to have sex with him.
Johnny Sins.
No, not Johnny Sins. No, you have to have sex with him. Like he's like a main guy, and then he'll make you a star. Like I forgot the name. Like he's very well known.
You have to have sex with him on camera.
I don't know if it's on camera or not, but like dude, like my friend's friend like is kind of big up there. Now she's like, I guess she's like managing porn now, and she's making like a decent living.
Did I tell you that I got offered a porn job a couple of weeks ago, like a week and a half
Is
ago?
it like legit?
I don't know. Like I was on Tinder and this girl was I do Tinder by the way. If anyone,
Sad.
fuck all of you. Yeah. All right. I was on Tinder and I swiped right on some girl. Then I read her bio and her bio was like, "Oh, I'm just looking for someone to have sex with me on cam," and I was like,
Wait.
"That's interesting."
No, wait.
No, I know. Listen, calm down,
That's
calm
not
down.
the scam,
I'm not
right?
saying it's a scam. No, of course not.
Okay, because
No, I'm not retarded.
that's going around, dude.
Because I was,
that scam's
and then
going
the girl
around.
talked to me. She was like, "Hey, what's up?" No, listen. So the story goes, she matched with me. She hits me up, and then she follows me on Instagram. But we start talking, and she was like, "Oh yeah, if you want, we can do it." Like she was like, "Oh, where do you live?" And I told her like Miami. I didn't tell her where I live, obviously, but she was like, "Oh, if you want, we can have like sex on cam." And then she told me that they pay like 200 per whatever, like per
Oh
session.
wow, she was
And it's
legit.
on cam. I don't know. I think she had it's a throwaway Instagram account. Like it has pictures, but it's a throwaway probably.
It's a throwaway.
Yeah. Like
Was
it's
it legit?
It's like I think it is because like she told me
Because I got DM'd that too.
because no, like it was like a 40 message conversation.
yeah,
Like
me too.
first we
me
spoke
too.
on Tinder and
Yeah.
then we spoke on Instagram. And she was like, "So if do you want to do it? Like you have to tell me you're legit." She was like, "We pay you this, and then you can confirm, and then we can meet up and talk about it." Like I wasn't sending.
Okay, so it's
like
legit.
there was no
Okay.
there was no scam unless they're stealing my organs physically.
Yeah,
Which I don't
yeah.
think like I'm safe from that from now. So there was no scam on their side, and I just never replied because I was like, I don't know. I don't think I'm not ready for that much freedom yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was like, "Oh, and your face will never be shown. Like you don't have to worry."
That sounds like the situation I had.
Oh,
because,
really? Same.
Because like she was like saying, "Oh, like we can do
But
it
was
on
your
cam."
scam?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Okay, so this is what happened. So she was telling me. I was curious. This was like maybe like a while ago. So she was like telling me like, "Oh, like we can do this and that," and I was like, "Okay, sure, let's whatever." And she was like, "Yeah, we'll do it on cam. Your face won't be shown, like what you said, and then like I'll even give you money." And then it was like a quite long conversation, and it was like a throwaway account, like you said. It had like posts and stuff and likes on her photos, and I remember the last few messages was oh, but before you can do this, can you pay $2 to see my cam show?
What?
Just check it
That's
out.
like the longest con
Yeah.
known to man.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so you want me to put my credit card information in there for you, and it's $2, and I'm just gonna see your cam show. It's like that sounds safe, and I'm like, then at that point I was like, okay, I'm gonna troll her if it's a her, and I was like, okay, so do you accept PayPal? And I was like, it's like, oh, and she's like, no. And I'm like, can I come over and drop you off the $2? Like, can I do that? Like, and I was just fucking around with her. But yeah, it's a scam,
Well,
bro.
maybe my situation was the same. I just never hit her back because she told me everything. Like
Yeah.
after a while, and I was like, I'm too
Dude.
lazy to even like try to start getting.
I don't
want
want to say no names, but my friend fell for it. 2 of my friends fell for
for
it.
$2. Oh, they actually.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they
They
get
had
robbed,
the same
right?
thing. Yeah, no.
They don't get charged $2, do they?
Yeah, they don't. They enter it, and then their credit card information is stolen.
What dumbasses.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I don't want to name names, but
God, bro, this horniness is really difficult to control. Apparently, with your credit card information.
bro, I'm telling you, dude, this social media, man, makes everything so. I guess you think it's like easier to, like get connected.
I don't know. To be honest,
man.
I don't know.
People gotta stay. You really do need to stay like careful these days, dude. Like I know I was talking to this one lady. She's like, yeah, like you gotta be careful. Like I have this wallet that protects me from like people that come by with a scanner and just
The
put
RFID
it.
scanner.
Yeah, they'll put this scanner next to your wallet when they're just standing next to you.
Yeah.
Take your shit,
They take your shit
and
because it's
that's it.
electronic.
you know.
But I mean, I've never had my credit card information stolen. I have had my debit card stolen.
You never had your like no one ever charged you?
Never.
Really? I had one.
Never.
I had one.
I've had my debit card stolen, and I waited to see what would happen.
Someone stole the actual physical card.
Debit card, yeah, and
Wow.
and eventually like it went through off like some Indian like or Chinese like shoe site.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's officially stolen, and I just called my bank, and I was like, yeah, I'm out of the country, whatever. And they're like, oh, we'll investigate it real quick and send you some credit. Meanwhile, they sent to me, and they just never heard again. So like clearly,
It's crazy.
and I've heard that Discover. Oh my god, I'm giving out my bank details now. Jesus fucking Christ. But Discover supposedly
They're gonna dox the shit out of you.
But Discover apparently is really good for identity theft and everything. What is dangerous if you get your social security stolen, apparently.
Oh, that's awful.
Apparently that's it.
I've had I think one time this they've been doing this a lot often, like you know how easy it is to get an LLC for a company?
Yeah, of course.
It's very easy. You can pay like $200 and you can literally have your own company and have your own thing. So people are like making fake.
I mean, but an LLC, what it really does is
Yeah.
it just it's a limited liability company. That's what it means, right?
Yes, exactly.
LLC, for anyone who doesn't know, at the end of the day, like we're starting. Well, we're taking a while, but for a company for clothing, for a shirt company for now.
Yes.
And we want to do an LLC for it. But I mean, LLC, what it basically is, as far as I'm concerned, it's an entity apart from yourself.
Exactly.
So if someone sues you or if you have like an issue, you're getting sued as a company. You're not getting sued as an individual.
Exactly.
Like
So
they can't
it's-
go after your assets.
Yep.
They can go after like whatever the company can bring in or
Company.
whatever. So you're limiting your liability.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. Or
Yeah,
continue,
of
no,
course.
just-
Yeah, no. Like people are doing that, and then they just have their own like. It's like kind of like a front, you know. Like I got I got a charge on my car for like $90 from like a random internet company in Chicago.
Are you
I don't
sure
know.
though? Because like actually, I remember I told you a couple weeks ago that I
What
got
happened?
charged for like $20.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what it was?
What?
It was Blue Chew, dude.
It was Blue Chew?
Yeah, I completely forgot that I hadn't canceled my Blue Chew subscription.
Oh no! I mine was legit. Like we looked it up. Like it was like a charge, and it had a website, and we looked up the website. It was nothing. And I wasn't even paying for like no internet, like because I use I think it's Comcast I have at home, so I'm like, why the hell am I paying money for this internet? You know,
Well, either way,
$90.
you don't pay your parents to. I'm assuming.
yeah.
So yeah, in the first place, you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
charged.
exactly. No, I shouldn't be charged money on my account for that. Yeah, but that yeah, you got to be careful, man. People are stealing information easy, man.
I'm not scared of like my credit card being stolen because I've had instances where like I get falsely charged or whatever, or I've had instances where I have to call and cancel charges because like a company will try to fuck me over and I'm like no, like I'll call and be like you cancel the charge right now. Like if they have an issue, they'll come up with me or with you, but I'm refusing to pay it. Be like all right, and I've never had an issue with it, but what I am scared of is like Social Security. Like if you get that stolen, you can
that's
have
bad.
someone.
That's real bad.
You can have someone open a bank account in your name.
Yeah,
You can have a lot of your shit
got
stolen.
a lot of
dude.
credit cards
A
open.
lot of your
Yeah,
shit
no, that's really bad. I know, dude. I don't want to mention no names, but dude, like credit card fraud is so easy these days, dude. Like I used to work at a grocery store, and man, like people would come in and just do credit card fraud. They would like steal money and I know this guy that used to work at the grocery store that I used to work at, and dude, he's such a dumbass. I don't want to name no names, dude. He literally quit. This guy was stupid. I would
Is
tell
he the dude that
Ate
would
at-
never clock out because he thought it was free money?
Yeah, I think he did. That was one of his
It
schemes,
was one
bro.
of his dudes that
That's
he
one of
got
his
fired
schemes.
because he would like not clock out at
No,
night.
that wasn't even his. That
Oh, no,
wasn't.
that
That wasn't
wasn't
even
his
the
dude,
reason
wrong.
why he. Why
he would just never
got
clock
fired.
out, and he would think that when he would come back in,
Yeah,
he was
he'd
just
get like
making money.
$1,000.
Like, nobody would
dude.
notice.
Dude, he's so
After his
dumb,
first
though.
paycheck was 70% more of everyone else,
he
he
was-
thought that nobody would notice.
He wasn't like right in the head, dude. I don't want to sound rude, but this guy was like,
No, dude's fucking stupid.
I know, dude. He would. Okay, so he'd worked there, right? And then he quit, right? And then like down the line, like he would do credit card fraud at
Yeah.
the store. And my friend that still works there, he's like, dude, I know what you're doing. Like, you're stealing money. Like, why are you doing this?
Like,
Like,
he would write down people's cards information.
I don't know how he did it.
How would he do it?
I forgot. I don't remember. Like, I don't remember.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious too. No, it's so easy, dude. People from like
Well, in Mexico,
ghetto people can do
all
it.
the time,
Easy.
people get their card. We call it clonados.
Yeah.
So like, if you like give your card away, for example, in Mexico to like a restaurant or like a gas station, because in Mexico we have people that fill our gas for us, and if your card is like taken for more than like 5 minutes, you start going like, hello, like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Because you start getting scared because people will actually like clone your card and then they'll just have it. It
Bro.
happened to Canales multiple times. I
Bro,
believe, in his
that
parents' stuff.
happened to a lot of my friends in fast food places and some
In the
restaurants
US.
too. In the US. If you go, like my friend went to a Wendy's, bro.
Of course, it's Wendy's.
Yeah, I
It's
like
probably
Wendy's.
Popeyes or Wendy's.
Yeah,
Some
dude.
ghetto shit.
Yeah, bro. The dude took his card, didn't come back with it. Yeah, I think he took pictures of it. And the next morning, he got charged at Wendy's for like $100 at Wendy's, which is crazy.
The dude bought food with it.
Bought food with it. He just bought a bunch
No,
of
he
food,
probably
dude, or bought like
he probably bringed in
something.
something false and then took the money.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
What a dumbass.
Yeah,
That's
what a
so
dumbass.
easily like. Listen, people. I respect the hustle, but
It's not
I
that
respect the
hustle.
grind and the hustle, but don't steal people's information, especially when you do credit fraud. Because credit
Dude.
fraud, I believe, is a felony.
Yeah,
I'm almost positive it's
It
a
is.
felony. So you're going away
There's so many
or
different
paying a
kinds of.
huge fine for doing credit fraud. And not only that, why would you do it? It's the same saying: don't shit where you eat.
Yeah,
You do not steal money at your place of work and then cash that money into the same
exactly,
place.
dude. They have your information. They know who you are.
That is so stupid
I-
because like it's just so easy to like if anyone ever gets their card stolen at a Wendy's, this is what you do. Call the
You
bank.
call the bank.
You say, listen, I just got charged this time. I think it was the person who received my credit card at this time.
Exactly.
In your bank account or your bank app, there is a lot of kids don't know this, but every month you should be either getting electronically or physically mailed your credit card statement or debit card. Debit card statement, no, credit card statement. If you use
do.
a credit card,
You
debit
do.
card also.
Yeah.
Okay,
Debit
you get,
card
I
as
don't
well
have debit,
sometimes.
but
Depends.
credit card. It'll say the time, the location, the name of the ATM machine or whatever the company calls it, and the amount of money. All right? You say, listen, I was at Wendy's at 3 p.m. at this Wendy's specifically, and I believe the credit card company will either help you or they'll tell you to file a police report.
Yeah.
You file a police report, you tell your credit card company you've done it, boom, done, baby. And then that dude's going to prison because he's fucking stupid.
Dude, yeah, like I agree with you, dude. Like, there's so many people trying to scam, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, when I used to work at the grocery store, it was in a not really like a good neighborhood, and we would get the worst. We would get like the worst people. Like, literally, like I was talking to my other friend that works at the same chain at a different store in a nicer neighborhood. And he's like, yeah, no one does that stuff, dude. People would come to my store. Literally, at least half of the people that come to my store was scamming, trying to scam. Man, they would try to scam with traveler checks. They would try to scam with like, they would switch
Traveler checks?
traveler
Oh, you
checks.
think they're Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, I know. I don't.
What?
That's the
Who
thing.
tries to use that scam?
I've
still?
had that, man. A lot of people do, dude, and they're like not. Well, you know how they are.
I think it's people. There's a problem with bias. People's bias is that you think you're so smart until you realize you're not.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're the shit, you think you're the best or something, until you get dunked on, or until you get fired.
It's like a reality check, dude.
Or until you
Welcome
get
to the real
beat the
world.
shit, get the shit beat out of you, or you get caught. So like, people are probably walking in like, oh, this boy won't know what hit him.
Exactly.
I got these traveler checks from
Got these
1970,
traveler checks.
and they sign it, and you think you're Gucci, and then all of a sudden you're in cuffs, and you're like, oh, they caught me.
Yeah, and then they like switch like credit cards. Like they're like, oh, I'm paying with this one, and then they're like, oh, this was work. Switch it, you know. And
Why
then,
is that? Why is that?
I forgot the term. I'm trying to remember because I haven't dealt with that in such a while.
Oh, they're probably
Like switching the cards. I forgot
Oh, well,
how
no,
it
they
was.
probably have a stolen credit card then.
Yeah, stolen credit card.
Yeah, but here, I've realized that people don't. In Mexico, people, when you ask for a credit card or debit card, they ask for your information, for your ID.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had anyone ask for my ID
Your
here.
ID here.
Yeah, like if you give a debit card, like I went to get my gas tank filled up, and he was like, "Can I see your ID?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I gave him my ID.
Mm-hmm.
And so they checked that the name on the card matches the name on the ID. And a lot of times they used to have like a junior, like minor debit card before,
Yeah.
and it didn't have my name on it. And a lot of times I would get people being like, "Oh, we can't accept the card because it doesn't have your name on it." And I was like, "Dog, the bank doesn't put it. I can't do anything." But they would like have a real issue because of stolen credit cards.
It's ridiculous, dude. I had a lot of crazy, dude. When working at that grocery store, dude, like I had a lot of crazy people, dude. We were in like the border between a nice neighborhood and like the ghetto. Dude, I remember this one lady, dude, like she, okay, I'm just gonna say like the store is called Publix. Like I'm just gonna say it out loud. Like because the return policy, bro, you can return anything without even getting a receipt and you'll still get like money back, like maybe like store credit. So I remember this one lady, dude, she looked like a completely normal teenage girl, right? She had a purse and everything, and she literally walked over to the makeup section, took some makeup and tried to return it, like off the shelf. And then I'm like,
How did you notice that?
we saw her. We literally saw her because like the return place, the customer service desk was right next to the makeup. And then we literally watched her do it. And then she tried to return it, and we're like, ma'am, we just literally saw you. We can't give you money for this because we saw you you didn't even buy it. We literally saw you take it off the
You're
shelf.
not even stealing, you're just stupid.
And she got really aggressive with us. And then she looked like a normal girl, right? Like normal, healthy looking girl. And she started walking away, and then my manager, like she grabbed the makeup and started walking out the door, and my manager like kind of grabbed her purse and got her purse, and she started running.
Very dangerous on your
Yeah.
manager's end.
And then like we looked in her purse for like ID or something, and we saw a bag of heroin, dude. A fat bag of heroin with a bunch of needles sticking out.
Ooh.
Yeah. My manager pulled it out. He was like, "Oh shit," like bag of heroin, dude. Huge bag of heroin, and she looked like a completely normal person, which was kind of sad,
Well, heroin addicts supposedly, I've heard that heroin has been widely blown out of proportion as to like the effectiveness of destroying people's lives. Like there are apparently a lot of functional heroin addicts out there.
They look like normal people.
Apparently,
Yeah.
it happens, but the problem is you become addicted and then your life starts spiraling, but you still want that heroin. So they end up start doing flipping tricks,
Doing
shit like
anything,
that.
dude.
Yeah. But normally, I've heard and I've Googled and I've researched. There's a huge amount of working functional adults out there that like
do that.
use heroin as just like a little kick of energy.
Yeah, heroin, even cocaine, man. I know a lot of people that just do cocaine. Like
I've heard that supposedly everyone does coke. I've
Like,
yet to see
literally
one of
so
my
many
friends
people.
do coke though.
dude, I remember what my cousin told me one time. She was like in a cab with some people, and then some guy got in the cab with them. They don't even know him. And like she told me like the guy was like, "Oh, I'll give you a key bump." Like to the taxi driver, "I'll give you a key bump for a ride." And he's like, "No key bumps today. No key bumps today. I don't want any key bumps right now."
A key bump, is
Which when
on
they
the
take a
key,
key
right?
and then they scoop
They
a
put it
little
on
bit
the
of
line,
cocaine.
right? On the line of
Not
the
the
key.
line though. They just scoop it and have a little
but
tiny ball
keys
of cocaine.
have like a line on.
Yeah,
them.
they don't put it all in the line.
no?
It was like they scoop it like a spoon.
That's so dirty.
So they get that little like
so
bump
dirty
of
in the
cocaine,
first place.
and that little bump of cocaine gives you that energy. And like my cousin was kind of surprised because like it was a taxi driver, a random taxi driver. He was doing coke, and the guy who just came in.
That reminds me of Uma Thurman when she snorts heroin.
In Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a badass scene.
Starts flipping shit.
That's iconic,
I
dude.
saw that movie recently with a girl, and
Pulp Fiction, rewatched it?
yeah, with
I
a girl.
love that movie.
And she had never seen the movie. And
Really?
I introduced to her. No, never. And she didn't see any, like,
I felt that every white teenage girl.
Well, she's not white.
Every, like, teenage girl
I've never
has
gone
seen
out with
Pulp
any white
Fiction.
girls in my life.
Really?
Yeah. If any white girls in Miami want to come out, let me know.
Yeah, I've been
I've only
with some
gone with
white
Latin
girls.
girls. But anyway, I was watching Pulp Fiction, and there was
Great
that
movie.
scene. I had never understood why she, like, almost died. I always thought it was because
Her heart
Vincent's,
stopped, right?
I always thought because Vincent's or John Travolta's coke was super good, but no. In reality, is that it was heroin.
It was heroin.
Yeah, she thought it was coke.
He was. Yeah, you don't remember that scene?
No,
He was doing
I
heroin.
never. Yeah, I remember that scene, but I didn't remember that what she snorted was heroin. I always
Yeah.
thought that it was coke.
Yeah,
And
she
that
thought
the
it was
coke was
coke, I
so
think.
good, but I didn't realize that
Yeah,
she snorted heroin.
yeah.
Does that kill you? I don't know if that kills you or
I
not.
don't know, bro. I don't know, dude. It probably, dude, snorting, dude. Heroin is like black tar heroin, dude. That shit will like. I think any dosage of black tar heroin or any type of heroin, I think that'll fuck you up pretty bad, dude.
Well, I mean,
It's worse than coke and weed, obviously, in my opinion.
kids, just stick to smoke weed, please. Just smoke weed.
And or be a grown up and do coke. No, don't do that.
Or grow some balls and snort some coke. I don't know. Just stick
That's a
to
good
weed.
movie, though.
Why do kids just not like? I don't
Why don't kids just like
just
don't
smoke
do
weed?
drugs?
No,
Just don't do drugs.
Let's stick to weed, kids.
Just you know, just go outside, man.
Well, I mean, we're pretty close to having weed deregulated and not be considered a drug anymore.
yeah.
And listen, I know on this podcast I might come out as a huge weed advocate, which I'm really not.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I am an advocate for weed, even though I don't like partake in
I don't really care about it.
the vast
to be
majority
honest.
of times. But
I don't really care about it.
dude, it's it's classified. Here we go with these Christian facts, but I've heard that it's classified the same as heroin. So like,
What?
yeah,
That's crazy.
it's classified like legally almost the same as heroin. It's the same as like, I think it's like a certain tier. It's a tier 3 drug, I think it's called.
Tier 3,
Which means that,
dude,
it is highly
dangerous.
addictive, highly
Heroin?
volatile,
And
and highly
weed?
dangerous. Weed. Yes, the government classifies weed as highly volatile, dangerous, and addictive.
I saw this meme. It was like, it's like, oh, it's just weed. I'm not addicted, although I spend 80% of my paychecks on.
That's addiction,
Like,
though. Like
yeah.
anyone who ever like smokes a lot will tell you. Like Joe Rogan will say it, Eddie Bravo will say it. If you smoke that much and your drive is gone, it's an addiction. It's a chemical addiction. It really is.
Yeah.
But if you smoke every 2 days just to calm down and sleep, like, dude, I don't have a problem with that. You can do whatever you want. I just don't understand why the government regulates
Dude,
so fucking hard.
You know, I don't know. It's just crazy how like the world is so around drugs, man. Like think of like the music culture, the movies. Like even in the 70s and 80s, dude, those songs, those artists were on drugs. Like,
they were on
isn't
some
that crazy?
They were on some crazy LSD.
yeah, I ever tell you this one kid in my school? He was so sheltered and like so like isolated and so what's the word? So I forgot the word. It's like so innocent. He was so innocent that he when I told him, naive, dude. He was like 18. He was a senior in high school. I told him like, yeah, those kids smoke weed, and he was like, that's real. He was like, oh my god. He was like, no way, you're joking. And he was
thought
legit.
weed was unattainable.
Yeah, he thought it was like that. In elementary school when you're like saying no to drugs, dude. He thought like weed was like once you heard illegal, he was like, bro.
Well,
That's
dude,
it.
I was listening to
He was freaking out.
Fuck, I forgot. It's one of the biggest talk show hosts ever.
Who?
It's not like a late night, dude. It's like a roundtable kind of talk show. This old
Arsenio
dude-
Hall?
No, this old dude with white hair. I think he just announced he has cancer.
Every person that has.
He just announced he has cancer.
Who's that? Larry King? Who's that?
Is it Larry King?
No.
No, isn't Larry King like
yeah.
95 years old?
Dude,
No,
what the fuck am I saying?
No. But it's here, put Seth Rogen lights a joint on air.
Okay.
Or Seth Rogen lights a joint while talking about weed, something like that. And they were talking about a news article that just came out. I think it was in Florida.
Kimmel? Is it Kimmel?
No.
No.
Anyway, the point is that he's talking about the host is saying that
Bill Mayer.
Let me see it.
Is it Bill Mayer?
Let me see the images of it though.
This
Yeah,
guy. It's
I
Bill
think
Maher, right?
I think it's Bill Maher. Yeah.
Oh, but that was like 10 years ago, bro.
Oh,
I
then
don't think
no.
so. Never mind.
Anyway, the point is that they're talking about
Yeah.
weed, and he's like, oh, he starts talking about an article whereas after like an elementary school kid after a dare event, he went home, saw his parents smoking weed, found the weed, called the cops. Cops arrested the parents and took the kid to child protective services.
Holy shit, that's
and
crazy.
now the parents lost their child because of dare.
That's
Basically.
crazy, dude.
And isn't that just insane?
That's insane, man. That's so sad.
That's insane. Like, and the dude's like, yeah, because God forbid they would eat a bag of Doritos with their child.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
it's you don't have to give the kid weed. Like, like if the kid was like, yeah, they're inhaling and they're exhaling in my eyes, I'd be like, whoa, all right, then you can take the kid away. But like,
yeah.
if the kid, because the kid didn't find their parents smoking weed, the kid found the stash. So I think he went through his parents' shit. Because of the dare, yeah, he was like, I want to see my parents do drugs.
That's
and
crazy.
He found the stash.
That's crazy.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
Dude.
That's
their parents
horrible.
their lives will never be the same. Like they lost their
Yeah,
child.
no, that's crazy. That's awful, man. That's so bad.
Yeah, they're I think they were charged with like child neglection.
Dude,
or something.
that's crazy. I know a lot of.
But it's let alone that. It's not crazy. Isn't that stupid?
That's really dumb, man. That's so like, that's such a minor thing. Like, and just to like take their kid away. That's like they won't see him. You know, that's it.
They literally might not be able to see him until he's 18.
Yeah, dude. And there's other like harsh things going on in the world that they need to take kids away from, and then they're just neglecting it. Like alcoholism. Like if it's a drunk, like a bad abusive drunk, I would take the kid away.
Dude, the only reason that alcohol is now legal is because the government realized that they couldn't like leave it illegal.
We need to like we need to reenact some shit, dude. We need, what do you call those things, like those underground kind of bars?
Oh, speakeasies.
Speakeasies. We need to bring those back from the 1912s, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the government tried to make alcohol legal, and everyone was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, they had those speakeasies. They said, "Fuck them,
fuck
dude."
you. And the government was like, they sat down. They're like, "All right, well, we might as well tax it."
Yeah,
which is what they did. And now they make billions and billions of dollars off alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, alcohol realistically does nothing for your health.
No.
However, marijuana has been studied, and there have been some correlations found. Which,
what's the difference between like CBD and just like regular marijuana?
Oh, is this a Joe Rogan skit?
Because
well,
I know, because I've heard like Brendan Schaub talk
never
about
had any
CBD,
but I've
like
heard
crazy.
that what
my
CBD
grandpa
does.
takes CBD.
CBD apparently what it is. Well, my grandmother does not take CBD because that'll be illegal. What I'm saying is that I believe that the only difference between marijuana and CBD is that CBD has all the properties of marijuana with no THC.
So okay, I see what you mean.
So it has all the I guess you can say
sense.
healing properties.
Yeah,
it
that
has
makes sense.
everything, the calming properties.
Yeah,
but it does not have the psychoactive effect.
I was listening to Fighter and a Kid, and Brendan Schaub's always talking about CBD, and it must be
amazing for fighters.
Yeah, and
they're sponsored by CBD.
Yeah, and he was talking about it. He saved it saved like his kid and saved like a lot of things. You know, a lot of complications with health.
Like I honestly, I'm a huge proponent of. God, I sound like I'm a fucking pothead, but I'm not. I don't understand why I really do believe that it's because of pharmaceutical companies.
Of course.
Because like I'm saying, alcohol does have like if you take 5 shots of alcohol a day, that's not good.
Dude, but if you think about it, man, if they legalize marijuana, that's a lot of companies going out of business.
Hundreds.
A lot of money. That's the thing.
Billions of dollars would be wasted.
Dude, and it's the same thing. Like, let's say if they have a cure for cancer. You know how many jobs, you know how much money is being lost? Well, I mean, I don't want to sound like that's such a negative
sounds like a conspiracy
thing to say.
theory. No, it's realistic.
But it's realistic, dude. Yeah. Think of like all the chemotherapy people that you know run those things, like the medication that people make. Dude, once they have a cure, I always say this, dude. Like, what do I say? I say, like,
you say it so much that you forgot.
No, yeah, I know. Like a one cured patient is one less customer. You know, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, pharmaceutical companies aren't interested. A lot of pharmaceutical companies aren't interested in curing you. They're interested in having you as a recurring client.
Yeah, recurring client too.
Yeah,
that's
it's
how
like chiropractors will never say you're cured.
No,
They
they would
come
never
back next week.
Yeah, come
Same
back
with
next week.
psychologists.
Psychologists. I mean, I'm seeing therapy, and like
Yeah.
they're always telling me
Yeah.
you should come twice a week. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Should I though?
Should I
Will it really
though?
help me?
Yeah,
So that's the thing. Like I'm saying, a lot of companies we put out of business because of weed, and I'm positive that
dude,
a lot of lobby. There's a lot of big pharma.
and
big calling it
like
lobbyists.
What's that guy's name? Oh my god, I can believe it. Martin Shkreli, dude.
Martin Shkreli.
He's in jail.
He's in jail right now. Yeah.
Crazy, man. That guy's crazy.
What did he do?
dude.
He inflated numbers for his He inflated numbers, I think, for his company.
And he has
Good.
fucking that unreleased Wu-Tang.
That dude
album.
can rot in prison for a long term, motherfucker.
Dude, that dude is like a
Human troll.
He's a psychopathic Elon Musk.
My man is not even a sociopath. He's a psychopath. Like he's not functional.
He's like the evil Elon Musk.
He's like an actual supervillain.
Yeah, but dude, in a business world, he's making big moves though. I'll say that. You heard about what he bought? He bought the AIDS, like a medicine for AIDS.
Yes, and he put it up like 300%.
Yeah, 300%. Business wise, but I
Russell,
mean, ethically,
like I believe,
obviously,
like out of 9 out of 10 big thinkers, like ethical wise, like philosophers, will disagree with you.
Oh, of course.
Like,
I completely
not
agree
disagree with you.
I
Disagree
mean,
with
like,
that idea of like, yeah,
obviously, yeah.
Maybe like utilitarian wise, you can be like, oh well, it works for me.
Exactly.
It does work for you. You do make billions of dollars, but people like they actually started dying.
Yeah, no.
Because this motherfucker put the was it AIDS medication or cancer medication?
It was an AIDS medication.
AIDS medication.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's legal, dude.
I don't know. Either.
Well, they tried to make it illegal, and then he went to court, and he actually won that case, I believe.
I'll admit this though. I have a very libertarian, like right wing kind of mindset.
But please tell me, you have to put a stop. You have to
I
draw
know,
the line.
I know.
Somewhere.
There's obviously a line. I mean, I've been reading. I've been like, it's like that book, Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. It's like the rich people were protesting because they wanted more money. They were literally protesting. And so that's basically what it is, man. I mean, it's very libertarian, but I'm not in a sense an extremist. I'm not like, okay, that's, you gotta draw a line somewhere, obviously.
I draw the line at people dying for no reason.
Oh, of course.
Because the issue I have with that is that he didn't jack it up 5% or 10%.
No, it was from $12 to like $300 a pill.
That's obscene.
That's crazy.
Like, that's the difference between people not buying coffee on their run to work and people not having rent.
Dog, and if you think of it in a streetwise, bro, that's like the biggest flex, bro. That is the biggest flex you can ever do, man. That's crazy. You control the market. That's crazy. That is insane.
This is why I don't know. I don't like government regulation. I'm not a libertarian. I'm more of a
like just right wing.
I'm just constitutionalist.
Constitutionalist. Okay.
I am a pretty
hardcore liberals.
We're hardcore liberals. Well, yeah, but like I also follow this page. I follow a bunch of like Instagram pages for conservative pages.
Yeah.
And a bunch of them go way too right. Like sometimes I'll read shit and I'll be like, "Whoa,
dude!" If you really dig into like the right wing,
I've had to unfollow some pages because listen, I agree for free speech and everything.
Yeah.
But I'll sometimes like go on these pages and go to comments. These comments are so racist,
dude. Yeah, no.
I'll see some shit that's like it'll be like Trump is now starting to build the wall and I'll be like, all right, what do the comments say? And it'll say something like, now those brown folk won't be able to be with my children, and I'll be like, oh my god, I had like 300 likes. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
And if you really dig into like the right wing of sorts, dude, they're anti-vax. Like a lot of right wing, like that's a mindset of it. They don't believe in that.
Well, no, it's more of
really? I see it a lot on Red Pill though.
Here. I'm gonna explain this because I actually looked into this 2 days ago.
Let me hear it.
The differentiation is they're anti-government.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
You do
I
something.
see. Yes. Exactly.
However, I could give a fuck. I am anti-government regulation, but what these people are doing are disgusting because anti-vaxxers are not conservatives. What they are.
What are they?
Retards.
Are they like purists?
No, they're just dumbasses that think that they do no research, think they know what's right, and what they do is they align themselves politically so they can have some protection.
Oh, it's that Joe Green.
They align themselves
Green Party type shit
with libertarians and with people who are anti-government regulations. So they're like, oh, why should the government make me vaccinate my child.
I know one of my friends told me, like, if you put libertarian on your, like, voting card, like, they will, like, mark you. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not.
What, the government will mark you?
Yeah, because, like, they'll watch you, you know.
There's no
I don't know who the fuck
There's
told me
no
that.
way.
Yeah, I remember my friend who told me that, but I don't know. Like, one of his professors told him that. He was like, "I'm libertarian, but I don't put that, because they'll find me." I'm like, why?
Well, because like
Like,
the
why do
government,
they care so much?
I've come to realize that realistically, the government is not. This is the problem with a lot of libertarian pages I follow is they think the government.
You follow libertarian pages?
Oh, a bunch of them.
I love it.
Yeah, a bunch of them because most
I mean, I
I
support the free
align
market.
most with libertarian than I do with
Yeah.
like radical right wing.
Yeah, Donald Trump is mainly like libertarian,
But he's a Democrat.
But he's libertarian.
He's
That's a lot of
basically central.
Yeah,
He's pretty central.
But
People don't.
he has a lot of
understand, but he's
libertarian
pretty
views,
central.
though. He has a lot of libertarian
Yeah,
views.
yeah. So it aligns with myself because I am a constitutionalist, but the Constitution does state a lot of times of laissez-faire. It's more just like
Yeah, a lot of laissez-faire.
laissez-faire, just which if anyone don't know, I don't know the translation directly, but it translates to just let them do whatever the fuck they want. Like it's basically just like let it go, and then they also that comes from French politics. We're also the invisible hand. I don't know how to say it in French right now, but the invisible hand was when for example, the invisible hand. I agree with that. You know what the invisible hand is, right?
Yeah, I remember that from high school.
Yeah. So basically, the invisible hand should have been something that happened during the Martin Shkreli case.
I agree.
Because
I agree with that.
Martin Shkreli almost,
No.
if like the government would have had to subsidize, he could have collapsed the economy.
Yeah, he
in a realistic
could've,
state.
Yeah,
See, that man could have collapsed the
that guy
economy.
was like
That's
that guy was
insane.
fucking like dangerous, man.
But what I'm saying is that
Like a radical Elon Musk. I'm telling you,
what I'm
dude.
saying is that I'm not libertarian in the state that a lot of libertarian pages I follow are like, oh, the government's the enemy.
Those libertarian
Yeah.
are very extreme.
They're like I saw a picture of a page I follow. I think it's called The Typical Liberal.
Oh
And,
yeah, I follow that too.
It was like wake up. I hate if you listen to people. If you ever see a meme
Yeah.
with just a picture and black text at the top, be wary of what you're about to read. And it was
Yeah.
like it said, "Wake up, America! You're now living in a police state." And it was just like a bunch of like army people in like a police car. And and then the caption was like, "Oh, what are these motherfuckers preparing for? They look like they're gonna fight a war." And I'm like, dude, calm down. Like it's dangerous when you start doing that. There's I don't know if you know I think I think she was in Georgetown. I forgot what college. But there's a Republican girl who did a photo shoot with her gun.
I haven't been really into.
Have you seen that though?
Politics.
Here, Google it real quick for me.
As of recently,
Put like Republican girl college gun photo shoot.
I think I've heard of it.
And she was on the Logan Paul podcast.
Oh really?
Yeah, she was on the Logan Paul podcast. And what's her name?
It's
a really pretty girl.
Oh, she's
actually.
from. Is this recent?
Let me see her.
Is it this? Is it that girl? Oh, this girl, right?
Second, yeah. What's her name?
Hang on. Yeah, I've seen her a while ago though. She's
Google
from
her.
Kent State. Caitlin Bennett.
Google Caitlin Bennett real quick. And she was on the Logan Paul podcast.
Gun girl. She's literally called the gun girl.
She was on the Logan Paul podcast, and I watched most of it.
But this was like last year.
Well, no,
Right?
she was on the podcast like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay. She's engaged. What the fuck? Why are
She's
people like? Why are people?
She's popular now, bro. She has a YouTube
Wow.
channel with a
Good
bunch
for
of
her.
subs.
Good for her.
Yeah, and
From Kent State
I
too.
watched the podcast, and Logan Paul's a conservative. I don't know if you know this.
Logan Paul's conservative.
Well,
I
he's
can
not-
see that.
No,
I can see
what
that.
he is, he's from Ohio,
Yeah,
and
Ohio.
you should watch this podcast because anyone who makes it this far, probably you, Julia, only, but Google
Yeah.
real
Hey,
quick.
Julia.
Her name and the Logan Paul podcast, and it's basically Logan Paul and two of his friends, and her.
Okay.
They rail on this girl for like an
Really?
hour and a half.
Why?
Yeah, because they're California, super liberal,
Yeah,
and they're like,
okay.
"Why do you believe in guns?" And they talk about they're pretty intelligible, but like
Damn.
they start getting mad.
Dude, every like picture of her on Google is with a gun. Like she's
a
literally
huge
with a-
advocate. She's a huge advocate for
I like
guns
that,
on
though.
campus. She says that we should be able to have concealed carry on campus.
on campus.
Yeah.
I don't want to say names, but I know people that do that either way.
See, the thing with that is, if you get caught,
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
listen. All right, government. If anyone here does, don't call an FBI threat on me because I'm not threatening anything. I'm saying, I go to MDC, right? So if I brought my gun on MDC, well, we're right next to a police academy, so we're pretty well protected.
Wait. She's the president of the Kent State's chapter of Turning Point. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. She that on photo shoot, she organized with policemen. She organized like an open carry
She's
event.
libertarian too.
Super libertarian.
Libertarian.
And on the podcast she calls the government the enemy. She says that
Wow, she's really
well, I don't know if she calls them the enemy, but like they're like, why do you need these guns?
I don't like. I would like less government, but
I love it because one of the you know the if anyone sees this podcast, they really should, because they start attacking. It's a classic case of why straw man is so effective when you're debating.
Really? Yeah,
because he's talking and she's like, yeah, but we should have the gun to protect ourselves from the government. Okay. And then I forgot this dude's name, but it's the dude on the left of Logan. Logan throughout the whole podcast is like,
I don't really know.
Is literally like, he's quiet.
But
you can tell
he likes guns, right?
He doesn't say it, but you can tell. Everyone in the comment section is like, wow, you can tell Logan's a conservative because Logan is quiet. He chimes in a bit, but he's just silent.
Is Jake the one with the gun tattoo?
I have no idea.
Because he has a gun tattoo like on his leg.
Yeah,
I forgot who it was. I think it was Jake.
It's most likely Jake, the little brother. But she says like, yeah, we should have guns to protect ourselves from the government. And then the dude was like, why though? He goes, I love this argument. He goes, if you have an AC-130 bullets raining from a top, why do you think that AR-10 would defend you? What? And she looks at him and he's like, and she goes, thank you. That is why we should have the same weapons as the government, so we can protect ourselves from the government. And he goes, but what do you mean? So you're saying everyone wants an AC-130? And she's like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
She says that you have to come to a point where the government and the citizens have the same amount of firepower, so we can have a fair government. And that's basically what a libertarian view is. That the government is here to help us and is here to voice us, but it is not here to rule over us.
Exactly. No,
that's what it is. And then constitutional speaking, this is just a real quick. We love politics. We've hit all the topics today. Rap topics. We talked about raping children.
Cartoon
raping children mixed together pretty well. Scams. We're talking about politics.
We talked about Julia for a little bit.
Julia.
We talked about Gustavo.
And so,
Johnny.
Libertarian-wise, they think that that we should be able to overthrow the government, basically, if we wanted to. Constitutionally speaking, the Constitution has certain fail-safes in place so that citizens could be able to do that, but not that they should be able to do that. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
So that's the only ideology between libertarians and constitutionalists. We differ in other things, but that's what it is.
Dude, I didn't know that she actually blew up, dude. She was like going against David Hogg. I don't like that guy. I know some people that know him.
But these people on the Logan Paul podcast, they really railed on her. It's really unfair. I hate when people do this because, listen.
Yeah, it really isn't.
You really need to know your shit because she has some balls, because she stood in front of 3 people. And these people it's unfair in the first place because, first of all, it's 2 people against her because Logan wasn't speaking.
Yeah.
And they both have a computer.
Yeah.
And so they're fact checking her as she's speaking. That's one of the most unfair things in the world. Like I'll be speaking to you and be like, you say something and be like, "Oh, really?
Let me see that."
And they type it. Yeah. And then she's just like staring, like waiting for him, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's not true because of this." And then they'll have like they have literal papers with stats on them.
What the fuck is going on that podcast, dude?
Well, that's what happens when you get
you don't do that
two differentiation ideologies. If you should come prepared and to debate topics.
Yeah, dude.
But if like, you're invited on a podcast, I don't know if she was invited.
This guy has the whole internet behind him.
I don't know if she was invited under the guise of just being a guest, or they were like, "Come over, we want to debate," because she had no paper. She had nothing. She just knew. She just knows. That's crazy. And that's why I say my respects, because they were fact checking her. They were talking about politics. They were doing everything just straight off the book for her, and they were all Googling shit.
That's crazy. She held her ground. That's well, she tried to.
Well, I don't know.
I haven't seen it though.
No, it's funny because it's an actual law. But yeah,
held your ground.
We hold our ground in Florida and Georgia and Texas.
Trayvon and George Zimmerman.
What states have that law still? It's Florida, Georgia. I think it's Florida, Georgia, and Texas only.
I think Louisiana, maybe. No,
I don't think so.
Hold your ground law.
Yeah, where is it active? If anyone doesn't know, the hold your ground law basically it's also known as the Castle Doctrine.
Stand your ground law.
It's also known as the Castle Doctrine, I believe. If you can Google that later, I think it's Castle Doctrine. And what it is basically is that
it's a lot of states.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Still active?
Let me take a look.
Let me explain it real quick. So if from my understanding, what it states is that if I feel that you are threatening me on my property or close, I think it's on my property only.
Yeah, on your property.
On property, I have the right to kill you or defend myself.
Yep.
If my life is in danger, I therefore can't kill you.
A lot of states actually.
What are they?
I mean a good amount.
Probably southern states, right?
Yeah, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, and West Virginia. So it's a lot of places.
Google the Castle Doctrine. Then maybe I'm mistaking laws. I didn't think it had that many. I don't know if it's named the Castle Doctrine. Or
No, it is named the Castle Doctrine.
Is?
Yeah, I remember this.
Oh, okay. It's the same law.
Back in the day.
Same law?
Defensive habitation. Yeah.
But the same law.
Yeah, basically.
So it's like 20 states, you said?
Mm-hmm. I can look at it. Yeah, it's a lot of
states, dude.
It is a lot of states. We're
so basically, if you're ever in Florida or one of those states, and someone comes up to you in your car, I don't know about car because car is considered your property also.
Yes. The Castle Doctrine is the same.
Okay,
same,
so yeah,
same. It's just a different name for it.
So basically, what it is, yeah, if you're threatened, if your life is threatened,
shoot someone, dude.
You have to say if your life is threatened.
He was threatened.
Then you can defend. You can defend lethally.
Yeah.
It makes me feel safe.
What dude, I don't know. Someone told me, man, like, I forgot what state, man. Like, if you kill someone on your property.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
It's because there's some states who don't follow this.
Yeah.
And there are many places where it's known that, like, oh, the dude walks in and you shoot him. And since you shot him in the back,
yeah,
you're going to jail.
Yeah, if you shot him in the back.
By the way, please never shoot anyone in the back.
No,
because
don't.
That's a horrible. No, not. If anyone comes into my house to steal,
but what if this dude is
I should be able to shoot you in the back.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
However, I shouldn't because then people can start saying like, "Oh, but he was running."
Yeah.
So that's the
dude,
problem.
But what if he was like had his back turned and he had the gun pointed at you behind his back, shooting from the back, like blindly, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's like the worst.
Or throwing a grenade over his shoulder.
It's like the worst.
He's like behind some cover and he threw a grenade behind his shoulder.
You're having a shootout in your fucking house.
Yeah. Or like he's like shooting.
Well, if they see a grenade, you can be like, "Whoa, he threw a grenade at me."
Yeah, bro. What laws do that covers that?
If my man has a grenade, there's a bigger issue.
Bro, my house is gone, dude.
No, grenades don't really.
I know they just throw shrapnel all over the place.
They don't really make a big.
No, but that's a lot of cleanup.
That's really dangerous.
That's dirty, dude. You need to get one of those robo cleaners.
That can
or like an air
grenade
filter.
Cleaners.
You need to get an air filter or something, man.
But yeah, basically, and in Mexico, there's a law, I believe. Here's my 1 year of law.
Are you making up laws in Mexico?
My 1 year of law experience is gonna say right
in
here.
Mexico, you can just it's like Mad Max out there.
No.
You can kill anyone.
I think actually it states that the police have to adhere only to the civil code of policemen.
So basically, what you're saying is the police can kill anyone.
No,
they have a license to kill.
What I'm saying is in Mexico
James
City
Bond?
specifically.
Yeah.
In Mexico City specifically, I know for a fact that if you come at me with a knife and I'm an officer, I believe I can't shoot you.
You can't?
No, because you have to. I think what it is you have to attack with the same force or equal. Well, my dumb ass. You have to attack with the equal or lesser force than that person.
That's like an action movie, dude.
That's stupid.
That's an action movie law, man. That's like.
Because if you come at me with a fucking bat, I should be able to shoot you in the face.
What if you what if you had a grenade? You
What's
coming out with a grenade? You start
say?
running at him with a grenade, dude.
But I just don't understand why.
No one accounts for explosives. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, because explosives are very hard to get. Well, I believe
for you.
Okay. I don't know about the general populace.
But man, dude, that's crazy, dude. What if someone came up with you like with a spoon or something? Trying to scoop your eyes out. There's like an ice cream.
That's an old YouTube video.
Oh my god, no!
It's there's a really old
scoop his eyes out.
Yeah, no, there's a really old YouTube video. I forgot who made it.
Wait.
No, it's not a real video, but it's like a sketch, and it's based off It Follows. But the joke is that the dude slaps you with a spoon. and he tries to kill you with a spoon,
That's funny.
and eventually you just give up and he kills you with a spoon.
Yeah, I remember that.
And this video is like 8 years old, I think, and
Mhm.
it's like old school viral, like when actually viral. And yeah, so he just follows you with a spoon, trying to
get you. You know,
Trying to slap you.
after I don't know how many ticks does it like. How many like whacks with a spoon would make you die? You know,
It's like how many licks does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Pop?
to get the center of your heart.
You know what I was thinking right now? We should
Kill
cut
people?
up with spoons. Yeah,
with spoon?
we should
cut up. Well, who?
No, no, I was thinking what
Who do you want to cut up?
No, what we should post to our IG for the next episode, like what snippet?
What snippet? Yeah.
What audio snippet?
Wait.
I think we should put the raping children part. I might get some people to click.
Jesus Christ. I was thinking maybe we talk about the 90s cartoon, but okay. That's fine. I think maybe the grenade, the shooting behind your back, I think it's kind of funny.
The most illogical way of trying to protect yourself, shooting with your fucking back turned.
You have a shootout in your house. What if you live in a mansion?
Well, no, the thing. Well, actually, I don't know. My mom once, she almost got killed.
She was at a shootout? Wait, what?
No, my mom's been shot at multiple times.
Your mom has been shot at multiple times? Was she Hillary Clinton?
No, she was a really popular actress in Venezuela.
Your mom?
Yeah, there's been 2 attempted assassinations on her, I believe.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, that ass. Like there was let me think about these stories. Like there was once where the bodyguard bodyguard took the bullet for her.
Oh wow, what a G.
She was trying to get into the limo.
What a savage.
And it was with her kids, with my brothers, and the bodyguard took the bullet for her. And
like
then
where did he take it? Like in the head?
Oh no, in the chest, I believe. He survived.
Oh, he survived.
Yeah. And he's like this big, like fat dude. And I didn't know him. And then the other time, I believe, was in their house.
Damn, dude.
My grandfather.
Who the fuck trying to kill your mom, dude?
Hey man, I don't know. Oh, I think it was because she used to line herself with a lot of really famous politicians in Venezuela back in the time.
But was she like important?
Well, she was really popular.
I mean, like, did she have any importance? Damn, they're really out there killing people.
Well, I don't know. Like, I haven't watched
T Grizzly's world out there.
But I know, like, for example, if I walk into where my grandparents live, I know there's a lot of Venezuelans, old people, because mom's here. But they'll be like, no, they'll be like, oh, your mother is that actress, and I was like,
they get angry.
No.
Oh, they're like, I'm trying to kill her.
Just let me tell you, the second time, I believe, if I remember the story correctly, is that it was some dude. They tried to kill my mom. It was like these 2 people.
No, you never told me this.
These 2 people at the house. They tried to kill my mother, and I believe they had either my grandfather or my mother, I don't know which one of them, held from the back. And I believe actually my mother was the one who had to shoot. Damn. She shot at this dude, at the dude's face, and she missed, and she hit his ear.
Yeah, got his ass,
and
dude.
she hit his ear.
How about that piercing,
blew off his fucking ear, bro.
You like that piercing? Bah!
Yeah, I think she blew off his fucking ear.
Damn, dude.
I think only twice. I'm
gonna be real with you, dude. Like, we kind of need that shit in America, dude.
What?
Like, I don't know. There's nothing going on unless you go to Chicago, maybe.
Detroit.
Or Little Haiti down here in Florida.
Hey, man, if you really want to get shot at, just go down to college.
Bro, just imagine you're in your house with your wife, and then some dudes just come in, like a SWAT team kind of dude, and you're just like, fuck, grab the Glock. And then she passes you the Glock, and you just have it shoot out your house. It's normal. It's like every day.
You know what's really dangerous is, like, when people used to get swatted.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
They still do that?
And that's what... Well, occasionally I've heard people get swatted, but that's really dangerous because, like, what if you have a gun?
What if you had a gun?
This is the problem with big government.
Yeah,
I understand that you're here to protect us, but dude, like right now, if 8 people came in through the door, kicked the fucking door, and started screaming at us, and they're all masked up, and they didn't identify themselves, I'd start freaking the fuck out.
Because
you don't know who they are.
Yep.
I just saw this video of it's it's one of those, like, justice for insert black kid that just got shot.
Oh yes.
And it's basically this kid he has a criminal record, and he was breaking in people's cars, and I believe they have a chopper on there, like you see the thermal chopper view.
Yep.
And this kid, I believe, is in his own house, like he's running from the cops. He jumps a fence. He's in his own house, and the cops. You see 2 cops, and then the kid. And the kid runs at him. Apparently, he was running away.
Wait, where was this in?
I don't remember.
Like in America though?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
it was
100%.
American. Okay.
And I don't know if he was. What it looks to me is that he was running at them. However, people are saying that he was running away, but it's kind of hard to see because he takes maybe 2 steps before he gets shot. But this kid got shot
the fuck up.
15 times.
Shit, man.
And the thing is, the cops never identify themselves. Like,
that's crazy.
but
What did he do?
it was obvious that he was being chased by the cops.
Like what was
I
he
believe
doing
he
in
was
that
caught.
situation?
I think he was caught trying to lift cars,
Ugh.
something like that. But yeah, he got shot 15 times, and there's videos of like the cops being like, "Are you okay?" And like they never get like they let him bleed out.
Oh my
like
god!
they shoot him and you just hear ta 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 ta. I'm not even at 15 yet.
Ugly.
Ta 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 ta, and it just keeps going. They like both of the officers unload their mag.
That's fucking
on
disgusting,
the kid.
bro.
But then they're like, "Are you okay?" They say, "Let go of your weapon, please, because we need to know." And then they like bring in another person, and they're like, "Please let go of your weapon, so we can help you. We need to know if you're okay. Let us know." And the kid's obviously quiet because he's fucking dead or bleeding out. And they don't call they never call ambulances, or they do, but like 10 minutes later, kid's dead as fuck. Dead as a doorknob, bro.
You can't get anywhere deader than 15.
Dude, if you shoot someone 15 times, you got maximum 3 minutes before you start bleeding the fuck out. Dude, you're like a wine jug just like popping out.
And you're not gonna walk ever.
If you get shot 4 times,
your arteries are just done,
you're just fucked. Like
your whole nervous system.
Yeah,
you have no nerves at that
point
in life.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was. The thing is, I don't think he was dead on impact. So I think he stood there, and the cops he couldn't speak.
That's the worst. I'd be like, just finish me off. Man.
Yeah, and the cops were like, "Are you all right?" Because and he basically just bled out in front of him.
God, man, that's disgusting, dude. I remember this random thing. I remember this one time I was watching the news. This was a couple years back, man. I remember this one like this kid. He was breaking this old lady's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the old lady shot him, and it killed him. It was like maybe a 14-year-old kid, and the old lady shot him. And then the mother of the kid was like crying on the news. He was like, "Oh, he was just trying to get some money for school."
That was like 6 months ago, right?
Yeah, no, this was 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. Yeah, and like I was like, dude, really? Like you don't steal from people's houses, get money from school,
Absolutely not. Dude, this isn't looters mentality in my home.
And then the people were like, yeah, he was just trying to get some money for school.
I remember. You know what? I do remember this story.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember this story because the kid was I think he was trying to lift something, and he didn't have any weapons on him or something. But I mean, that doesn't. This is when you start getting into politics because
if someone's in my house, dude, I'm gonna most likely shoot.
The theory is like, oh, he didn't have any weapons on him, therefore he wasn't dangerous. And then you see the other side is, how are you supposed to know?
How are you supposed to know? And especially at night, at like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Coming from someone who has been held at gunpoint for multiple hours, has seen my father get pistol whipped.
Yeah, dude. I remember you told me that. I never trust.
Like, if you I don't think I've told this story on the podcast, but
and
I'm not gonna do it right now.
You can't give him like an ocular pat down. You can't give him that
Mac from Sunny from Always Sunny. Yeah. And not only that, the ocular pat down doesn't work most of the time.
Yeah, dude. Because
guns, if you have a short hand like a revolver,
dude,
my G, you have 6 bullets in the chamber and it's this big. It's fucking inches.
Yeah, I know a lot of my friends that have concealeds. Like you can't even see the gun on them. Like, and then they flash it to me and they're like, "Oh shit, I didn't even see that."
Exactly. Yeah. You never know. And it's coming from someone who has seen weapons pointed at him. I've had it pointed at, like, felt them on me.
Yeah.
When like life or death. You don't
and especially at night. Like your vision's like cut in half.
Absolutely.
Your vision's cut in half. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Absolutely. You never know what someone has until they use it.
Yeah.
And
dude.
I would never take that risk again. And when I have my own place, if any of you people try to come at me, I will shoot at you.
Yeah.
And thank God I live in one of the worst states in the country.
Yeah.
But we still have fucking protect. Like, I don't understand. There's no reason for you to be at my property if I do not want you to be there.
Exactly.
Especially if I do not
you have
know
a
you,
weapon,
if we have no relations.
And if you have a weapon on you.
And if you're either trying to take my property by force or by not letting me, like, for somehow, like, sneaking in, you are, like, I stop caring about the material possessions. I care about my life.
Yeah, of course, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I can replace material, dude. Like if you're in my house with a weapon that I don't know about, dude, like you're gambling at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna take chances.
If it's 50-50, I'll bet
real
on
life.
myself and not on you, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not high school, bro.
I'm not betting on the criminal having
Like,
a compassionate heart and
like
not
the
shooting.
teacher's not gonna write you up, dude. Like I'm gonna. It's either me or you.
Exactly.
You know?
I'll shoot, dude. Especially in those questions. I remember. I'm not gonna say even who was told, but I remember that my uncle told me that he once spoke to an officer, and the officer was telling him like where to put certain weapons. Like he told him to like have a weapon always on a certain side of the dining table, looking toward your house, whatever. So if you ever try to get robbed, because he has been robbed multiple times at his home, not him, but like his home's been robbed. And the officer was like telling him, he was like, "Listen, dog. Like I understand that there are laws, but he was like, shoot first, ask questions later."
Of course,
like,
man.
He told him like, we can. It looks better, but he did tell him don't shoot him in the back. He did tell him that because it looks bad. But it's like if someone is looking at you and like has some, fucking kill him or shoot at him.
Yeah, no, dude.
I will gladly hold you basically hostage in my own house,
dude,
until the cops come. But if you do a move, like, oh my god,
dude,
you're gonna end up buried. Like
that's really fucking it, dude. And dude, like, I mean, like, think of it in other like bad neighborhoods, man. We live in a decent, well-off.
They use it for protection. They actually do. That's when you start people actually
and look at other people in other countries, man. Like, I know friends that they in their childhood, they've been around like robberies in their house. God, like, I mean, like, I'm just so thankful that I haven't experienced that in my lifetime, like so far. But like, dude, like I know friends that had like gangsters pull up and like mob people pull up, or just regular criminals just pull up into their house at night, and their dad has to shoot at them. You know, my friend, I'm not gonna name names, but like my friends have experienced that. They've seen their dad pull out their gun and shoot at them. You know, shoot at people. And it's common, man. Like, you got to be careful, man. You really got to be careful out there. And I mean, it doesn't really matter where you are, man. Like, it could happen. It really could, and it's dangerous.
I feel like you know how Joe Rogan has a lot of his fans go like Joe apostrophe. You should try DMT, Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you seen that?
Yeah.
Like, Joe, have you tried DMT, Rogan?
I like the one. It's like, Joe, so tell me about that.
You're going to be like Russell apostrophe. I'm not going to name names.
I'm not going to name names.
That's what he should be.
Yeah.
I don't know what mine would be, but I thought about that right now.
Yours, I don't know. What would yours be, dude?
Listen, like all right. Listen, all right. Or something like that.
Now, here's the thing. Like, let me
Christian,
tell you.
here's the thing, Munoz. That's
Here's the thing. They only make up 13%.
They only make up 13%, but account for 48%. Is it 48? 52?
50 something.
50? You know, there's
not gonna finish that.
We call that. Anyone can finish that by themselves. We and you know what that's called? And I don't know. About English,
what do you call it? What do you mean?
When you say something repeatedly throughout your life, like verbally.
Tourette's.
A lot of people will say like, or
like
or they're like long out.
Yeah, stuff like that.
In Spanish, that's called muletillas.
It's like God kind of shaking you a little bit.
I don't know how it's called in English, but muletillas in Spanish basically means
God give me that little extra.
It's your brain catching up to your mouth.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people aren't very good public speakers.
I hate that.
And you can tell when a lot of people will like fidget. A lot of people have verbal things, so they'll get nervous to like touch their hands or fidget, or they'll say something, or they'll say or like or something,
or like,
and they'll just keep going and going,
Yeah.
and it's horrible. I've had to see some people do public presentations
like that. Oh Jesus
we'll be like, como, and it's like, oh my god, like you look at them. I'm saying like right now because I'm thinking about it.
It's like ordering off like a fast food menu. Let me get a.
Exactly. That's
really
literally that.
I catch myself. I know what I say. That's repeatedly.
You know how you get rid of that? Fucking practicing.
Practice it. Yeah, I know. I say a lot like I'll say man a lot, bro, and I'll also say like I'll say this, or I'll say let me say this, like I'll say that, whatever, you know.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how well I speak publicly. However, I believe I do decent. Like, because I do like wing a lot of my shit when I speak publicly. I have no fear of speaking in front of 40
what's like the
people.
biggest crowd you've spoke at?
I once did a play for 300 people.
300. I did like 150.
And then, but that wasn't like I was like 14 or no, I was like 14? 12. Like I don't remember that pop. But the last time I spoke, last time I spoke like at least 40 words in front of a lot of people. I think I did also like three, maybe 350. Was for UN when I had to present.
Yeah, I
I had
remember.
to give a award for my model UN thing because I was a chair. So I gave an award to like one of my delegates, and I remember my chair was super nervous, and I was like, I got this. And I spoke. One thing that I will say though is I get more nervous about the distance of the mic. Because here, for example, well,
Yeah.
maybe now because we do podcasts, like we kind of know.
Mhm.
But if you ever get handed a mic in a public event and you don't know what's going on, it's really sketchy because you're like
Yeah.
you hear the reverb, but you don't
Are-
hear how you hear how
Are you
you sound.
are you good at improvising? I'm pretty good at improvising and
Yeah, I just
speaking in front of people.
a couple days ago, I had an English presentation,
Yeah.
and the girl was like sweating, like I saw her like trembling,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, poor thing, because some people it's
Yeah.
actually
I kind of like it.
I believe public speaking is actually the greatest fear in America, or number two.
I love it, dude. I love public speaking.
I actually think it's public speaking and then death. I swear to
Yeah,
God,
I
think
agree
public
with
speaking
you.
is above death.
Dude, they have classes for public
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah, and
yeah.
I told the teacher, I was like, I don't have anything prepared. I literally had I had to speak for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or I think I ended up speaking for 7. I literally had 7 bulletin points and 3 quotes. And I told her, like, I don't have anything. And the teacher turned around. I'm retaking her class because I dropped it last semester.
Yeah.
And she laughed and she was like, what? You're winging it? And I was like, when do I not? And she was like, all right, let's see. And I presented. We got a 98. And then and she wrote like notes for each person. And she wrote, good job winging it. Because I always wing my shit.
Dude,
I've done 10
same
minute
with me.
I've done 10-minute like speeches with 6 bulletin
Dude,
points.
same with me, man. I took a speech class. Did not prepare for it. I just like looked at what I got and then I'll talk about it. You know, I'll be like, you gotta be confident. You just gotta pretend everyone's your friend. You know that you know them. That's how I do it. Like, man, I just stand up. I'm like, hey guys, how you guys doing? And just start it off because that's a good like.
I always do some comedy thing.
Yeah, I always try to make people laugh because it lightens the mood. You know,
it's a really good thing to do if you're ever speaking publicly. Anyone also start with a joke, but don't try to be like knock knock bitch.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. No.
Be like
I love starting with a joke.
For example, I was talking about Harry Potter, right? And I was talking about Lily Potter, and I don't remember how I started it, but like my first couple of words were like, all right, I'm talking about Lily Potter and how we were talking about racism or something like that in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I was talking about something basically completely different. But I somehow segued into it and I was like, yeah, so in case you guys didn't know, Lily Potter is Harry Potter's mother. And if not, you should probably drop this class right now. And you get some like like you see people smile. That's it. You either get audible or something, or I'll always say something like try to make fun of the crowd or like an offhanded comment.
You know what's something I always say, like, oh, like I don't know, like sometimes I'll like I think any topic, like for me, like somehow I'll like fit in the words, oh, I'm trying to live to like 150. And then everyone will be like, "Oh shit!" like, you know,
I'm trying to live to 150.
Yeah, or I don't know. Like I remember I was talking about like I guess like health, and I'm like, oh, that was the easy one. Obviously, you can just say, oh, yeah, I'm trying. Like I exercise. My goal is to be the first person to live to 150. And then they all start laughing. And I'm like, I'm serious, guys. And then
that's it. You have to say something
you need that charm.
You have to listen. The best. I'm no god out here at public speaking. I'm gonna leave that, but I believe that the best way to win a crowd over real quick while public speaking is you bitch slap them in the face with something they're not expecting.
Yeah, like something like so like whoa, like this isn't a normal like presentation.
Exactly. Once your whole group, your 3-person group passes while they're trembling and shaking, you come up and I always go, all right, and I do something like that.
Yeah,
like I clap, or I'll be like, all right, guys, here I am. My name is, or I'll reintroduce myself or something and I'll always try to go above the tonal voice of what my group was.
You know what?
You gotta bring the energy in.
I agree.
If not, people are just gonna be the same.
You know what really helped me? Getting a job, like working at that grocery store, like talking to customers, getting to know random people and saying, hey, how you doing? Like, how's your day going? That really did help me. Like getting a job like that really made me sociable.
Of course.
And reading books too. Like some books, like, dude, like another, like, talk, like I don't know if anyone wants to practice this, but just talking to random people in public, talking to someone at Starbucks saying, oh, I like your book, like, oh, what's your opinion on this, like, do you like what you're getting, Like, what'd you get? You know,
Exactly.
it's very nice. You meet a lot of people too.
A really good example of that is if I ever go into as we're speaking of public speaking, I'm out here stuttering, but you go up and you see everyone. If everyone's on their phone or really not paying attention,
Yeah.
I'll clap or something loud. My old law
my
school teacher used to do that. No, not loud. I'll be like, "Hey guys," no. But
Guys, look here.
My old law teacher used to be like, and then he's just speaking, and then all of a sudden he would grab a book and slam on the fucking table.
I've seen those people do that.
And so what I would do is I would like clap, be like, "All right, guys," and I have a deeper voice than most like men, so I would just come up, be like, "All right, guys, what's up?" And I would say something to get them look up, and then I'd be like, "So since I see that I have none of your attention because you're all on your phones, as we always
I would
are,
say something like
or
that,
something
too.
like that," and everyone would like look at their phone and be like, and they would like kind of that little. You want an emotion. You want some type of emotion. Either it be them rolling their eyes, either it be kind of like, "Oh, this motherfucker."
Yeah, you really.
As long as you don't create hate as the first emotion.
Yeah, I agree. It's basically first impressions.
The crowd.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if there's logos, ethos, and pathos. There's logic.
Logos.
There's emotion.
Yeah.
And then, oh my god,
Pathos.
I just went full stupid.
It's
I forgot
very
pathos.
It's pathos.
Oh, pathos is
like,
oratory. Is more like how you present, I believe.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
I think is that
basically.
I
don't think it's Aristotle. I know it's.
No, I think he created that
figurative
triangle.
language. You're using figurative language right there. That's some strong figurative language. But you want me to look it up?
Just put logos, ethos, pathos. So you made it. And we're gonna have to end the podcast because our shit is running out of battery.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been doing this has been 2 hours and 30 minutes. I mean, we're gonna be, I don't know. I think maybe we can do like 3-hour podcasts.
We will. We're gonna have to buy. I'm gonna see if we can buy the fucking adapter for this bitch, or just bring some new. But who made it though? Creator, whatever.
Caros? Who the fuck is this? No, that's the fourth one.
Just put logos in Wikipedia. It'll be the first couple words.
Oh yeah.
I believe it's Aristotle.
Modes of persuasion. Aristotle, yeah. It's
Dude,
Aristotle. The
put
big
some
three.
Respect. The big Greece's big fucking three. Aristotle, yo boy.
I remember I took like a random thing. I took a philosophy class, and this black dude, he called himself the Black Socrates.
That's fucking.
This dude was stupid as hell, though. I can't lie, dude.
Was he smart?
No, he was stupid. He didn't know what was going on.
Right.
I think he called him the Black Socrates or the Hood Socrates.
All right, listen. Well, your boy, the Chinese Plato and Lan Aristotle right now. Listen, no. What do we call ourselves? I'll call you the Chinese Plato, and I'm the Latin Nietzsche.
I'll call you Arroz con pollo, and I'm Southern Comfort. That's good.
Southern Comfort, Plato, and Aristotle, and Arroz con pollo Nietzsche are signing off. Love all you motherfuckers. We're gonna try to do 2 a week now.
Yeah, hopefully.
Speed
up the process.
Speed up the process of us getting to more episodes than we do followers.
Hopefully, we run out of topics to talk about.
I
didn't even dig into the list I got.
Oh, that's good. We can do it.
I didn't even look at the list.
We can.
Well, that's a good thing.
We can do it.
That's a good thing because we
roll naturally.
Because I have a huge list of topics.
We're gonna have to stop before our fucking shit stops recording. Anyway,
all right.
Follow my man on Instagram.
All right.
Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe, motherfuckers. Hopefully, by next episode, we have another listener, so we can name someone else instead of Julia.
Julia, Gustavo, and Johnny.
Julia, Gustavo, and Johnny. Love all of y'all if we get to here.
And Darren.
Have a really nice day. Whenever what do I always say? And Darren. Yeah. I always say have a really nice day, night, wherever the fuck you see this. And
keep on jerking off.
Peace.